Okay.
Okay.
How about now?
The heavy rain's gone.
How about now?
Still barely hear you.
Don't worry.
Okay. Still
Don't
super-
worry.
Let's hope when it catches
Don't
up.
worry, guys.
Rewatch on this, off the charts. Rewatchability on this live stream, 20 times.
But it's a little low.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, hold on.
Calling it back?
Everyone, hold on.
It's going great.
Oh, God.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to hear ourselves back on this live stream,
Oh,
Coy.
good. This will be fun.
We're going to hear ourselves back.
I love that people are already contributing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi-ho.
Thank you.
Without
Whoever
even the
contributes to the super chats is what allows us for the audio to be heard.
Yeah, every dollar makes it louder. Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah. That's very loud.
What are you guys talking about? We were loud. You can hear us the whole time.
Yeah. Okay, they can hear. Okay, so when we turned off the jazz, it balanced the levels.
Okay, yeah. So we had to like unplug stuff and plug stuff back in.
Like the scientists.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, we are scientists.
Oh, geez. But I think we made it look intentional, like we were doing a bit in the beginning.
Totally on purpose.
And I think because we did the bit, we saved the live stream,
That's
right,
why
guys?
thousands of people are here because
Thank
of the
God.
miming.
Thank God.
The rage and the miming paid off. Look at these people just being kind.
I think on the podcast audio,
Yes.
it's going to be great on the
Oh,
playback.
I can't wait for 3 minutes of silence or rain for so many people. You guys are in.
It's
Spotify listeners, we love you.
It's going to be a soothing
A nice
backdrop.
Zen Saturday. A nice calming journey.
Coy, I think
Wow.
we should know. Okay, you know what? We should probably make it an official live stream now.
It's official starting now.
All right.
12:07 sharp.
All right, Coy. What are we gonna do?
All right, today we're going to talk about Deadpool. We're going to talk about Spider-Man 4. We're going to talk about Kraven. We're going to talk about anything you want to talk about because you control the chat via Super Chat, via Streamlabs, and we promise you each and every one of those is going to get answered. But today, we're going to cut that off at about 1:30, 1:35. So you got until then, but we promise if that's in there, we will get all of you in.
We
the
answer every
conversation.
Super Chat, every Streamlab, every Super Chat.
You are our co-hosts. You guide the conversation. And we'll be checking the live chat as well. We'll be checking as we always do. But 1:30 is the plan for the day. And please hit that like. Please leave a comment below because lives are always harder, especially when they start as well as this one has, for rewatchability. So please do like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. I'm so wiped at the top.
I'm so wiped.
Man.
That intentional bit that we did at the beginning where you guys couldn't hear us.
We should learn our intentional bit should be calmer. We should plan the intentionality to be chill.
We are too old for live streams.
It's true. That's
we
just
are
happened.
too old for live streams.
Man, I got Murtaughed my way right through this live stream. You want to talk about what do you want to talk about first?
Well, I see KK in the chat is bringing up Spider-Man 4 is crazy
It's
news.
crazy.
So, Coy, what's the update on this? I'm constantly hearing about Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. I'm constantly hearing about Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. I'm seeing interviews with Sam Raimi now, in person, face moving, mouth going.
How cool is it we're in an age where Spider-Man 4 could be two different films, and might be. Like, I think that's really exciting that Spider-Man 4 could literally be a 50-50 shot between a Tom Holland and a Tobey. I personally think it's going to be Tobey. There's been a bunch of interviews lately with Sam Raimi who has said very vaguely, like, well, nobody's really called me yet, but then spelled out what he'd want to do, making me think that, like, maybe one person hasn't called yet, but everyone else has. He basically said that in order for him to do it, he would want to have a reason for the conflict, an explanation of where he's been and growth for the character, and a villain that would match the reason for the conflict. Now, I really enjoyed that last one because that basically says, screw you, you made me put Venom in Spider-Man 3 and that won't happen again. I feel like this is beautiful redemption for Sam Raimi, who was weeks out from shooting Spider-Man 4. Literally, Spider-Man 4 was greenlit. It was supposed to be Vulture, was John Malkovich, Anne Hathaway was Black Cat. This movie was written, it was cast, and then unceremoniously, it was not only scrapped, but to keep the rights for Spider-Man, the Sony machine made Amazing Spider-Man 2 within a couple of years of Spider-Man 4.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and what if Sam Raimi actually directed?
A way to bring back Tobey, which a lot of people clearly want. If you look at the theatrical re-releases of Spider-Man 1 and 2, Spider-Man 2 just broke all sorts of records, and it's a re-release. And some of those tickets are $5. Like, it's something you watch at home. Like, it's crazy. It's not a thing where it's like there's a big buildup. They didn't even advertise it. So clearly there's a market for it, and Sam Raimi even went to a couple screenings in L.A., like just as a fan of
Oh,
him.
did he?
Yeah, he was like at one of the Burbank screenings.
Oh, no way.
So Sam was just watching his movies with the fans. Because can you imagine how fulfilling that'd be to hear, like, your audience all these years later when you didn't get to make a movie to be like, my people.
That's true.
I've been lucky enough to sit down with Sam a number of times for various films and also, like, for premieres and things. And his reverence for the comics and for our takes is so amazing. He's one of those people that when you ask him a question and it's not like a 4-minute junket, he wants to hear what you as a Spider-Man fan would want. So we've talked a lot about what villains, we've talked about a lot what Tobey would be up to now. I will not reveal any of those things in case they put them in the movie, but it's clearly been on his mind for like 10 years. So I think Spider-Man 4 is going to be Tobey, and I think Sam Raimi should do this above all else. I would rather see him on this than Secret Wars. I'd rather see him on this than the Tom Holland one. I would also like to see Tom Holland get a Spider-Man 4, but I'd rather it be more contained and like a street-level thing. I want like a Linklater type. Like, I don't want a crazy mystical type.
Well, the benefit of the... If can I interject?
Please.
Guys, I'm going to interject.
He's interjecting. I hadn't stopped. He's interjecting.
I'm the guest today. This is Coy Show.
Eric Voss jump scare.
Oh, yeah, because I forget that whatever I play on the computer...
is apparently in here.
We can't hear.
I couldn't hear it.
But you guys can hear. We got a weird audio interface situation
Things are going
going
great
on
today.
And it's all intentional. It's all an intentional bit.
Just a bit. A multiversal
Bit.
Because Spider-Man, Tobey, that's Eric, that universe.
The benefit,
break room.
the benefit, Coy, if I may.
Please.
Can I interject, Coy?
By all means.
So the benefit, guys, that I think that they can do, where you can do a Spider-Man 4 and a sequel to Tom Holland's, is the Tom Holland ones have a subtitle to them.
Yes.
So it's an easier way to distinguish via the audience, and because of No Way Home, they have established the multiverses. So this is one of those rarities where I do feel they can have two different Spider-Man 4s come out.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be like, what's going on? Because clearly after a $1 billion hit, everyone will be able to understand what is going on. It would be a very unique situation in a way for Sony to actually capitalize on their Spider-Verse in a way that people might actually want them to capitalize on their Spider-Verse. You know?
I think Madam Web's the best thing to happen to Sony in 10 years.
That's a I don't know if I can yes and that confidently, Coy. What do you mean by that?
I think that they needed a perspective shift on, we've got these characters we want to use and they're working just fine, versus, oh no, this went so horribly wrong, we have to reassess everything.
Right.
And now they're doing what I think we've wanted them to do for a very long time. I have on record said Sony does care about the Spider-Man fans. Sony is very invested. When I work with Sony, I'm always so impressed, but I feel like at some point between where I'm meeting people and the top, well, I'm explaining my shilling. Between me and the top has a different perspective on the business. The show business side at Sony feels like the business is picking the movies, and the show side are by the time I get to it, because all the PR people, all the executives that are actually making the movies, all the people that I've talked to that have been developing them love Spider-Man. But somewhere at the top of this, they're like, Madam Web and Kraven, that's what people want, and they're not right.
Right.
So I think now, because of Madam Web, Kraven got delayed, which we're going to talk about as well, but I think that shift is causing these Spider-Man 4 conversations to be about two different Spider-Man 4s, about us potentially getting a multiversal thing, as well as a grounded thing, and I really personally want an Andrew Garfield one.
I mean, how cool would it be if we can fulfill
all three?
All of them.
Dude, Tobey dies, Miles is born from it, Andrew gets to fight Venom, and Tom gets his contained small movie.
Well, the fascinating thing about the Spider-Man ecosystem, if you will, from No Way Home, is you can have the Tom Holland direct sequel, obviously set up from the end of No Way Home. Tobey Maguire, it sounds like with what even Sam Raimi is talking about, that you can actually just have it take place further in the future of like actually deal with him aging. Where Andrew Garfield seems like it's a little bit after Amazing Spider-Man 2 when you go to No Way Home, even though he's so much older of an actor now. So I feel like that would be the one oddity they'd be dealing with, even though he's aged wonderfully. He's aged
40-year-old
gracefully.
man.
I know.
Crazy.
I didn't question it when I was watching it. Like, this guy's just supposed to be in, like,
Couple
starting
years
off
later?
at Osborn. What's going on here? Yeah, Oscorp, I mean. But yeah, that's a really
well, they set up 3 movies they set up like 10 movies, but No Way Home set up the idea of a Spider-Man that's street level in New York alone with Tom Holland. Like, we finally could have a Gwen Stacy in that if we wanted, or we could have a Betty. We could have all sorts of things. I know that they've already cast her, but we could have that story told, or they could just have like a what I would do personally with Tom is I would do like a gang war story. I would do Kingpin. I would have a Daredevil scene, not an entire team up, but a Daredevil scene. And then you could do like a Hammerhead or a smaller villain we haven't seen. Hell, you could do Scorpion and have Jonah Jameson be trying to hunt down Spider-Man the way they were going to do. People don't realize they were originally Spider-Man 3 was going to be Jonah hiring Kraven, and the rumor was also Scorpion, and it was going to be a contained movie. While they were developing it, they realized they could have Andrew and Tobey, and then all of a sudden this giant multiversal thing was born. I think you go back to a smaller film with Tom's fourth film, and then Andrew talked about fighting an alien in the third one. I would love to see a different take on Venom. They're trying to wrap up this Venom story. I think Tom Hardy and Andrew Garfield, their relationship and chemistry would be incredible. I would love to see that. And then Tobey have this mature, older Spider-Man that we've got in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics right now that has a wife, that is someone that is on the other side of, I had the origin story, now my body's kind of like slowing down. Like, what's a mature Spider-Man like? And that arc could be completed. You could have some closure with the Tobey one that we never got, because we were supposed to have a Spider-Man 4. So that's what I would do with the 3 movies they could have.
Well, Coy, I think we should throw the question to the audience.
What
do you guys want? This is called live streaming engagement, guys.
We're engaged.
When we throw the question to you, then you go, wow, they want to know my opinion.
Whoa.
These YouTubers really
They're invested.
know us. They care.
Look at us.
We're engaging.
Unpaid Rentals, Robert Turner,
can they hear
Natalie
us?
Brooks, Shane White.
Can they hear us?
I hope so. Who knows? We're back.
Guys, can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Coy, get in here. I think this worked last time.
This worked last time so
Can you guys hear us?
Hello?
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 Guys, we're back in the studio. It's going
Okay.
It's going well. Or they just don't like our ideas. Or they just don't want to be involved in this.
I don't know. I have no idea.
In 2 to 3 minutes when it catches up,
I have no idea.
we'll know.
I have no idea what's going on. Can I interrupt?
Please.
What I want to say is we've noticed a lot of super chats have been coming in. Thank you, guys. We're going to get through our main stories, right, Coy?
Yes.
And then we will thank you so much. It's an amazing way to support the channel. That's the reason that it makes these live streams consistently coming back. So thank you all.
It's because of you. Much like Koi's Comic Corner. You guys are the reason for lives. You guys are the reason for Koi's Comic Corner.
We listen.
We do.
We listen.
So what else do the people want?
Well, Coy, I think you mentioned Kraven the Hunter, so we should probably segue to Kraven the Hunter,
that's what the people
which
want.
is now going to be a Christmas movie.
When I think Holly Jolly, I think hunting rabbits.
Yep, that's what he's mainly hunting in New York City.
Central Park.
I need to go
Just
after
rabbits.
the rabbits
If
in New
you
York
don't
City.
give me my Elmer Fudd Kraven crossover, then I'm out. Okay, so Kraven the Hunter
Wait,
is...
Coy.
Oh,
For visual aesthetic
we
purposes,
need to change Sam Raimi.
I need to change. There we go.
Abs,
okay, hold on.
abs,
Oh crap!
abs,
It's wait.
abs,
Oh crap!
abs,
crap!
abs,
Guys,
abs.
everyone, hold on. The live stream's messed up.
Abs.
Okay, stall for time.
James Bond
Silence is
with
deadly.
James Bond on
Silence
screen
is
with a
deadly.
fur coat. Show me.
Silence
Look
is
at that
deadly.
beautiful giant
Phil,
man. Why is it so big?
silence. Phil,
What is happening?
the silence.
Okay, so Kraven the
Okay,
Hunter
thank God we're dead.
is coming out in December.
Okay, yeah,
And December 13th is a weird date for a movie, but I was looking at this year's schedule.
I agree.
Not a lot going on in December.
What are you talking about? There's Sonic the Hedgehog 3 a week after.
It's Sonic.
Isn't the new Lord of the Rings movie coming out in December?
Different audience. Different audience. Okay,
Sure.
December is literally Lord of the Rings, Sonic, Mufasa, Nosferatu, and this.
Those are some
That
pretty
is
big movies.
But 5 movies for the whole month?
Nosferatu's going to sweep the box office.
Nosferatu sweep.
Guys, we throw it to you. We throw it to you.
It's a weird month.
What do you guys think? We want to know your opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think Kraven did a great job? At moving the
marketing?
release date?
Reshoots? Are they doing them? What's happening with Kraven?
Okay, Coy.
Okay,
Coy.
what do we got?
I got to know, Coy.
Okay.
I got to know.
Yep.
What is the reason why they have moved Kraven the Hunter to December?
I think that he's cast as James Bond, and they want to wait until that's announced and ride the wave of marketing.
So
and
it had
also,
nothing to do with the actual movie
no,
itself.
I think they're also reshooting a lot of the movie. But I think that I think the benefit of reshooting the movie is also then like James Bond is Kraven coming this Christmas. Like I think they're waiting on that pop. I do think the movie's going through a fair amount of reshoots. I think again, Madam Web's the best thing to happen to the Sony Spider-Verse because I think they realize that they can't just say from the Spider-Man universe. I think this could be a potential to have a Spider-Man in it. I think this could be potential to actually like reframe this in a way that does give us something unique with an R rating. I think between this and Venom, they're looking at these two properties that are mostly done, and they want to put them out with a little bit more like chutzpah and quality. So I'd rather, I mean, this is only going to come out once. I'd rather come out in December and be good than rush it out and be like, we made this thing because we thought you just wanted anything Spider-Man. And that's what I feel like some executive had said. Again, the Sony people I work with are all such Spider-Man fans. I'm hoping they're the ones in charge now.
That's a fair point. I mean, there was a time where I thought if you move it to December, that means they might actually have a lot more faith in it, that it might be a good movie. But then we saw that with Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom. They tried doing that too, and that didn't pan out.
I think we used to think that, and they were betting on it, and then it didn't work out.
However, Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom still did make more money than a lot of other DC movies.
Then it would have, I think, if it wasn't December.
Maybe not as much as the first one.
But people being out of school and out of work will help this movie.
Yeah, I mean, you got nothing else better to watch, right?
That's what's.
And Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven the Hunter opening against Lord of the Rings is a hell of a thing. Opening the week before Sonic is a hell of a thing. But when you look at the actual Christmas break, the only thing scheduled right now is Nosferatu. Sonic 3 and Mufasa are the 20th. Nosferatu is the 25th.
Call me crazy, guys, but I have faith that Kraven the Hunter will, at bare minimum, be a fun, schlocky time.
I loved the trailer. We did a reaction, and we're both like shocked at how fun it was.
It looks fun. Madam Web was the epitome of potential. I still think it could have worked, but it ultimately didn't. And all I wanted was like a fun, silly family movie with Madam Web. And they couldn't achieve that. And I think Kraven the Hunter, they're like, well, you know what? We'll at least make it violent and cheesy.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we're going to do.
And I want that movie. I just don't know what that's going to do in December.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Like, I don't know if schlock is a December market. Like, usually December is the big tentpoles and Oscar season starts.
It doesn't scream December team. Let me view what the super chats are currently like.
Okay.
So that way I make sure, because what I don't like is when we like bleed, when we take away talking points that could have been reserved
by the people, the co-hosts,
for the people who contribute. So then we know to dedicate more time. What is today's date?
28th.
Oh my God, we are towards the end of the month.
27th, but still,
we're
4
towards
days.
the end of the month.
Holy crap,
guys! Have you been enjoying X-Men the animated series? It's a great show.
It's exceptional.
I think about it all the time.
I actually look forward to it week to week.
Really?
Like, I don't usually think of when we're doing a reaction as like, I'm watching it, this is fun, and we're working. But with X-Men, I think about it in between weeks of us doing it, and it makes me excited for that film date.
Guys, I intentionally wanted to make the live chat this big.
Yeah, this is all on purpose.
I didn't just do something on this monitor and then look over here.
Not at all.
To see this gigantic live stream chat.
Size 82 font.
I wanted to just kind of get like a few words in from you guys and put it on screen.
It's an artistic choice. Jonathan.
It's about deciphering.
Henry. Christian unpronounceable. That's all we know.
You know in the FBI movies when they take like shredded paper and then they have to like make it or that trope. Yep. Listening and responding is part of improv.
Oh, I see.
I don't just say a bit, then you come in and then you just like say something.
You know
else.
what?
Like,
yeah, I'm a monologuer. You know,
okay,
you were
right.
like. I'm gonna wait.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
I've ruined the stream, Coy. I forgot how to adjust.
I was trying to.
I forgot how to adjust the live chat.
So me cutting you off was actually purposeful.
I have
so you
now
could focus,
remembered how to adjust the live chat.
I feel guilty because it looks like I cut you off in a way that was rude.
I have remembered how to do it.
I was trying to give you time.
So what I gotta do is I gotta lower that. Oh, there we go. You see what I'm doing, guys? You can see it in real time.
That's happening.
You can see in real time right here, baby. Real time, baby. Real time. That's money, baby.
I don't know why you're talking like a 90s, like.
I
just watched Swingers?
I have not seen Swingers, but I've seen clips of Vince Vaughn saying that's money, baby.
Real Swingers energy just took over the stream.
Like, yeah, that's money, baby.
I was unprepared for it.
That's money, baby.
Here we are.
Okay, all right. So I set up the second camera to make life easier, so I just do that.
Okay.
Okay, boom.
Nice.
Boom chakalaka, behind the scenes. Oh, shit,
That's
shit,
great.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Oh, shit.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix this, Coy. Let me fix this.
Galaxy Geeks, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Everyone be quiet.
I was going to
I just need everyone to be quiet.
All right.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
There it is.
Look how pretty that looks, guys. Look how fucking pretty that looks.
Majestic ATH Media call out.
Is this how all the live streams are? This is my first time.
Smooth.
Dude, no. I think this is probably the smoothest we've ever been.
Oh, I think we're going to put this on our reels.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually the channel's main video now.
Yeah, totally.
When you visit Real Rejects, this is the first video.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Shows our professionalism.
Oh, thank God. Look, I'm fixing it, guys.
Okay, good.
Okay, Coy, fill the silence.
I did that before, and I was told to wait and respond, and thus, here we are.
Silence is deadly, Coy.
Galaxy Geeks, thank you for pimping the channel. I appreciate that. I saw someone ask for a shout-out, but I missed their name. They asked me why I haven't been on New Rockstars. It's because I've been sick and not allowed to be around anyone, so that includes them. I have actually been twitching to come back here. I haven't been here in a month, which is the longest. This is the longest I haven't been here, I think, since I started coming here.
I know, right?
Which is shocking.
I mean, there was one time he had COVID.
Yeah, but like I wasn't here every week then.
Yeah.
So this is the first time there was like a big old gap.
Well,
So
You snooze, you lose, Coy.
you sneeze, you wheeze. That's what I was experiencing.
Snooze, you lose. Oh, shit.
You know, I tried to vamp, and it just didn't work out.
Oh, damn it.
All right. Well, here we are. It's going great. It's.
You know, last time we live streamed, this was actually a fairly smooth
It was
experience.
hilariously smooth. You know what I think happened when you and I were doing Kung Fu Panda?
I think I got cocky.
Well, I was thinking Kung Fu Panda. We kept saying
Yeah.
like this is going too smooth. Now karma caught up.
Karma's
It
catching
just
up.
took a day because this is
This is a mess.
we thought this chaos
this
was
is
coming.
this
then
is a goddamn mess.
Here we
everyone.
are. Yep.
This is a goddamn mess.
Well, is that our first one today?
Okay, yeah, it's our first stream.
Okay, there it
This
is.
is our first super chat. Please,
Guys,
please thank them and shout them out.
Thank you, all of you, and we're here.
Please thank you.
Kai-Ho Gagard,
Okay, yes, that's his name.
I believe Swedish or Viking name. Who would you like to see John Bernthal interact with? Personally, I'd have loved to see the dynamic between him and Cap due to their views on morality. Would also love to see him and John Walker. I would love to see Punisher and Cap. I think Punisher and John Walker are a little too similar. I don't think we should get the same dichotomy. That said, I do think John Bernthal interacting with people in like positions of government would be interesting because the morality of S.H.I.E.L.D. was fascinating with the Hydra element and Winter Soldier and all that. Like who your leaders are, and I feel like John Bernthal playing a cop favorite character that would actually hate most cops is interesting. Like I think that people. Cops that have a badge that has the Punisher logo on it don't quite understand the character. So I think having that character interact with someone... How so?
I think all cops should be more like Frank Castle.
I think a lot of cops join the force to be like Frank Castle.
Well,
and
then
shouldn't.
they're doing the Lord's work.
Well, that's the problem right there.
Oh.
Old Testament Lord's work.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. So John Bernthal, who in real life, friend of many cops and has him on his show, and if you haven't seen his podcast, highly recommend it.
And that's why they all want to be the Punisher.
Because they're like, oh, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
John Bernthal's so cool.
This fictional character he plays.
This is so empowering.
Yeah.
But I do think, a lot of people perceive Cap as like this Boy Scouty, I take orders and just do what I'm told, and he's not. So they have the conversation between two characters that don't just fall into this black and white concept, I think would be interesting. So I'm with you, and I'd love to see him talk to either Cap, especially, with Sam Wilson as someone who is Captain America that isn't what a lot of people perceive as Captain America. That would be a fun conversation of like his morality and the way he sees the world.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Corey, these are all fair points.
Thank you. I felt good about him.
Seconds from Disaster. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Also, the name of this live stream.
Hey, if you ever wonder what, if you ever wonder what Coy looks like with long hair, guys, we were looking for questions about Deadpool. I thought this would all be Deadpool questions.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do that because that's the main drive.
Yeah, 100%.
Of what it is.
100%.
But like a lot of live streams, we're going to save all that for the juicy stuff as we get into the nitty gritty of things. If you ever wonder what Coy looks like with long hair, please look up Brian Willie from the band Currents. The resemblance is insane. LMFAO.
I do not know this
Great
band. I am curious now. I'm gonna look it up.
Can you remember the name? I'll bring it up on. Bring it up on screen, Coy.
Band Currents.
Okay.
I used to get. I looked like Brian from the Backstreet Boys as a child. That was the one I always
that's
got
terrible.
when I was a kid. Brian.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, that's you.
I see it, man.
This is you.
I usually don't see it. I see it. That's pretty fantastic.
Look, guys, it's Coy.
Look at me. I hope I'm good at band stuff. That's great. I'm so proud of me and my musical skills.
This is you.
I've actually been right in that place he is in the Cindy Opera House. I need to pair those two. Man, Coy the mullet, what a free boy that'd be. Man, I'm gonna listen to this band just out of narcissism.
Hey, Trey Trey in the chat says he watched your Storm solo movie.
Hey! Newest Coy's Comic Corner is Storm getting her own solo movie, me describing the stories I'd tell, why she deserves it, and all sorts of Storm goodness. Check it out.
Yeah.
We're back with that's the second episode of this revamped Coy's Comic Corner, and I appreciate all of your love for it.
I just appreciate everyone who's here. On a
That's
sincere
it.
note, these are the things I personally love being. I love doing the live streams, and we want to do like actual live shows moving forward. So this is something that but it starts here with getting this down.
Less tech in a live show.
Oh my
like
God,
in
yeah,
person.
way less tech.
They
Then
can
you
hear us
hire
'cause we'll
someone to
just
do
yell.
it, and then you yell at them for messing up their
why
job.
isn't the microphone on as opposed to us?
Yeah,
Why isn't the microphone
we
on?
make jokes about her on stage, and then when the
Yeah.
show's done, we fire their ass.
They'd never work in this town again.
Unpaid rentals, Coy. A moment of silence from Unpaid Rentals.
Thank you.
Coy, do you see the mouse? I don't see the
Yeah,
mouse. There it is.
it's
Okay,
over there.
found the
Now it's over there. Okay. Like I said, Seconds from Disaster. Name of this
Okay.
stream.
Thank you, Unpaid Rentals.
It's going great.
Thank you, Unpaid Rentals. That's a fascinating name.
I like it because I mean, it feels accurate
like
for
it.
the YouTube era.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like we've dealt with that.
And Christian Unpronounceable, always in our
Such a G.
always in our live streams. Always in our live streams. This is for the
consistent.
audio fun.
Yeah.
One day we will have like an audio engineer, but I feel like that takes away a lot of the veracity
I mean,
of the live stream.
Continuity would be better, but the chaos would be dampened. And I feel like, at what cost?
When there's no chaos,
Why are we here?
It is not reflective of our childhoods, so we do not know how to respond in a normal sense.
That's fair.
You know, we need the chaos.
That's just where we're comfortable.
We know what it's like.
It's like sleeping to city noises.
Oh yeah.
Just need that chaotic vibe.
I sleep
at
to
all times.
gunshots.
Yeah, just to make sure you stay ready.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in the hood, but it makes me feel like I did.
Oh, that's cool. Retroactively.
Yeah. I feel like I get street cred.
He puts on Straight Outta Compton and Swingers and passes
out.
That's why it's around the 90s slag.
Your money, baby. Fuck the police.
Every day.
Vagabond of Light for the tech issues. Wow, an easy way to get super chats. Thank you so much. Is to just have tech issues.
I love this. Vagabond. I like your name and also your kindness because we were having trouble.
Yeah, it's true.
Real flailing over here. I mean, it was all intentional. It was a bit, obviously.
B. Grant says, does it make me bad friend knowing that I only come to the shop for everybody else and Greg is just in the background? No, that means I could one day retire.
What did he say? He said, is it bad that Greg can just, what?
He says, I come for everyone else and I can do that. And I'm like,
I think that's Greg's goal.
Then that
You
means
just gave
perfect
Greg,
business plan.
Yeah, you just gave Greg his dream the next 2 years. He's like, wait, I could just be over there? You guys just come here and make content for the channel?
Yeah.
I'll be over there.
And then I fire people when they mess up the tech around here.
And doesn't remember that he was messing up the tech before he got to retire.
I forget my humble beginnings.
Yeah, immediately.
Often.
All CEOs do.
That's what I like to be called around here by everyone.
CEO?
I go, if everyone addresses me as CEO Greg.
Not your name, just CEO.
CEO. You will address me by title alone. Only my wife gets to call me CEO Greg.
It's like Robert Paulson in Fight Club. You only get a name for your wife. You've earned calling me Robert Paulson.
You know what? I don't think we should ever lead with subjects into the live streams.
Ever again.
Because it never turns into what we
coming.
want to talk about. What we want to, or we thought people would want us to talk about.
So what you're saying is we can't read the audience
I think it should just be live stream and just leave it at that.
And just hope that people join.
Let's just try that next time.
Let's see what the live stream does. All right, that's fair. And Mike Colton says, in fairness, it was advertised as a solo stream.
1000%.
In fairness, Greg sent me both photos last night. It was like, let's see what happens. And here we are.
I woke up at 7 in the morning, and I was like, man. I think I'm going to do it.
Wow. Bold.
Chevet D. Coy, what's he saying?
Chevet D. Hey, guys. I love your vids. Love some South Africa. South Africa is one of my favorite places I've ever visited.
You've been to South Africa?
I have. Have
you been to real Africa?
I've been to I think South Africa is part of real Africa.
No, you know what I mean.
Continent of Africa.
You know what I mean.
I went 6 hours into the center of the continent, so I think that was Africa.
And then you fled?
No, I did.
You were like, oh, I'm uncomfortable.
I did Burning
I don't
Man
look
there.
like these people.
I stayed in tents in the middle of the actual continent.
Oh, you stayed hidden
I was
from
with the
everyone
people.
because you were afraid.
No, they were actually I think Central Africa, everyone was more friendly than a lot of Americans I have met.
You did it. You found your way to not get canceled.
I did. I paused. I thought I was like, is Central Africa a thing? And then it made it seem like I was afraid of commenting on the whites.
He did. There's a difference in reacting and responding.
And I responded.
He responded.
Also, Cape Town, some of the best food I've ever encountered, and the dollar there is so strong. I ate like a king. Everyone there was super kind. And Vovicinos
now it sounds like you're trying to make it for white guilt.
Well, you got to go. I'm giving up. This is my ad for South Africa. This is my tourist.
Okay.
Go to Cape Town.
I'll let you do it.
Get a Vovicino. Check out. There's like a center market, and they make frozen coffee that's mocha and vanilla, and it's called a Vovicino. One of my buddies is filming a movie there right now, and he's gotten a Vovicino every day because I was like, that's my favorite thing, and he agrees. Get after Vovicinos. That's my ad for South Africa, for Cape Town.
New T-shirt for Greg, CEO for The Main Man.
Oh, I like that. That's good. I respect it. It's just your face.
I'm going to have everyone promote the hell out of it.
And everyone wears it. Like, we all have Greg face.
It's just a week of everyone wearing my face.
It's your birthday week. We all just have to be Greg. Support. I like this.
Doe Eyes. Is that a fox?
Yeah, it's a happy
That's
fox.
what I'm talking about. A little happy fox.
Respect. I feel good about it. Positive. Positive vibe.
Fun fact. The day I proposed to my wife, it was up on top of a mountain on Topanga Canyon. It's like hidden. It's not hidden. It's like when you find it, people love to hike it, but it's hard to find.
Okay.
But it's beautiful and it overlooks the Santa Monica Pier. And when I was like, all right, do I do it? A fox appeared.
Oh, that's cool.
And she was like enamored with it. And I said, all right, I guess this is the moment. I don't know what fox means or symbolizes, but it felt right.
You guys have like an animal now. You have like a totem.
I guess so.
because that was your symbol, and you felt like a connection to it.
Well, when I hunted and ate it later, I felt like it kind of lost some of its meaning.
You took it in.
Yeah.
It became part of you. That was correct. Peter, we're sorry. We're kidding.
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, no, that's why the joke's really good.
I'm not going to do that.
That was the Disney merger. You were just the Disney merger. You just consumed Fox.
Yon Blush, Greg, let me join the Real Rejects. Well, first you got to do an unpaid internship for 1 whole year.
Yep.
And you got to be willing to get berated.
It's rough.
I
barely survived.
We hazed you in the beginning.
It was real dire.
And you don't get to talk to your family for roughly 6 months.
Yeah, I missed them.
And then if you do, you got to report that it's the greatest experience you've ever had.
Yep.
That's the first thing.
And then the Greg tattoo is it's painful because it's actually more of a brand. He sears you with his face.
Well, it's a sign of endearment. Sam Spring, what's he saying, Coy? Thank him.
Sam Spring, who is your most... Sam Spring says, who is your most anticipated possible cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine? I really love when a cameo fulfills like a lost promise. I think it's really fun when there's a cameo that's like the only time you'd ever see this character as that. And ever since Channing Tatum was on stage on Hall H for the X-Men wearing a Gambit shirt and never got to play Gambit, I've been I love Channing Tatum in part because I love Zoe Kravitz, and I really think that...
Wait, what?
They're married.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I didn't know that.
Like, Zoe speaks well of Channing.
What does that have to do with anything?
Zoe, big fan of Step Up.
Oh,
and thus, I'm a fan of Channing Tatum.
Right.
No, so as someone who loves the two of them, because I think they're a very precious couple, and I love how they see love and every interaction.
Step Up. I've never seen that. I got to add it to the list.
I love that movie.
I've never seen Step Up.
And Step Up to the Streets.
I got a massive list here.
Have you seen any of the dance movies of that era?
I haven't seen You've Got Served. I haven't seen Drumline.
Those are some of my favorite theater movies.
I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen all of them in the rain at the end with Moose. Oh, you're about to have your life change. So Channing Tatum is Gambit because I think that it was really circumstance that cost him the role, and it's almost like Deadpool getting his mouth sewn shut in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Sure.
The payoff was Deadpool. I want Gambit to get that in Channing Tatum. So I think we should have, personally, I was thinking about maybe doing a fan casting X-Men video over on Koi's Comic Corner, and I have a different Gambit, and I have a different guy in mind, but I would love for that one-off for Channing to get his moment in the full costume.
You've done a fan casting video here.
I have, but I think there's more.
There's more X-Men out there. I think there's more.
I think it did well.
I think there's more mutants.
I think there's more. I have done a fantastic video here, but I've got some new ones.
Yeah.
I have a new Gambit. I think it's real good.
Guys, we're gonna launch a schedule, and I'm telling this just for the people in the live stream. Ooh. We're gonna be launching an official Real Rejects schedule, and I'm not gonna tell you how it's constructed, but I think people are gonna be very excited about it. But I want to get the team's input. And by getting the team's input, that means them saying stuff and me going, yeah, we're doing it my way.
And then revealing our brands and him smacking them and saying, remember who runs this?
This is
CEO! I'm CEO! We have a meeting today, and it's going to be violent.
It's going to be a violent meeting. Hey, Chevy D, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who has been supporting us in the super chats right now. Thank you so much. And if you are not able to, that's A-okay.
Thanks for being here.
Just thanks for being
here.
Hit
like. That supports us.
If you can't support us in the super chat, at least lick the like button.
Lick it. Just lick it good. Oh, man. Zoe Kravitz in the movie this year. I love Zoe Kravitz. She's my be-all.
Chevy D.
Shvei D. Fassbender said his Magneto isn't returning in Deadpool and Wolverine since he feels that era of the X-Men ended with Dark Phoenix. What do you guys think about this? I think the intent was for that era to end with Dark Phoenix, but I think that getting an extra try is always nice. I think Fassbender, has many great performances as Magneto under his belt. If he doesn't want to come back, I think that's his prerogative. So I would love to see him come back. I think he and McAvoy did the impossible because I loved what Ian McKellen and Stewart brought, and I was so worried about anyone else in those roles, and they showed that you can do something that honors it but is a different take. And I personally see both sets as very accurate Magneto and Xavier's, and it's actually a reason I want them to go a completely different direction with the new Xavier and Magneto because it shows there's so many different ways to show these characters. So if he doesn't think that he'd come back and give that kind of performance that he'd want to send off the character with, then that's his call.
I personally would be more... May I interject?
Please. I paused dramatically and looked at you.
Thank you.
Yep. Is that an interjection if you're like, and you?
I think it would be more exciting for Ian McKellen. Yeah, Destroyer just said it in the chat too. I think it'd be more exciting for Ian McKellen to return. I remember him being on the Graham Norton show when Logan was being promoted, and they had what's his name?
Stewart?
Not Hugh Grant. Yeah, they had Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, and Patrick Swayze. We're both on the Graham Norton show, and then Ian McKellen was joking about why wasn't he invited to be part of Logan and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like, I think out of any of them to come back, I feel like Ian McKellen would actually be a little bit more of the exciting prospect to bring back into it.
Yeah. And I think it'd be more, it's been longer, and we have gotten more times with that Xavier, but not that Magneto, and I'd love to see him back.
Totally cool. Totally cool. Jackie Mason.
Hubby and I
Jackie Mason.
will be in Los Angeles next month. Any comic stores we shouldn't miss.
A comment question.
House of Secrets Burbank is my #1. It is an amazing place for new issues, for graphic novels, for back issues, for Golden Age, Silver Age, and Bronze Age back issues.
Like your back problems?
Like back issues.
Like your posture correction
in the past issues.
Okay, gotcha.
But also, it's good for back pain. They're also a really beautiful store. The aesthetic of the store is great. They also do stained glass. So they've got a lot of really cool art of like Mjolnir and Daredevil in glass. That's really rad. And
Neat.
just... Yeah, it's a cool way to like make a store feel unique. But they're also just really good people. And then Golden Apple on Melrose, my #2 store in all of LA. They're iconic. They've been here a very long time. They were like the Hollywood store. It's where I do the show Comic Book Shopping back in the day. They've been very, very good to me as well. They have a lot more modern stuff. They do have back issues, and they do have some Silver Age and stuff. But it depends what you're looking for. Those two are the two most like vibey, aesthetic-y stores.
Sure.
Earth 2 Comics is fantastic. If you're here for New Comic Book Day, which is May 4th, which is right around the corner, May 4th, New Comic Book Day is a big celebration of all things comic, and Earth 2 has a bunch of incredible sales. Earth 2's in the Valley. And then if you're in Pasadena, there's a place called P. Comics that I really love. But I'd say House of Secrets, Golden Apple, Earth 2, P. are my top 4.
Those are great stores. I like Amazon.com.
Support
where I could just have shit just like delivered right to me, and it's brand spanking new.
Sure.
I just got all of Sandman.
Oh, fuck yeah.
From Amazon.
Dope.
You know, it's a great website. I know a lot of people don't know about it, but you can pretty much, you don't have to go to any comic store.
No.
You can just literally go there.
Greg is a support big business
and it's
CEO.
all there.
He's like, I want to make sure everyone gives billionaires money, not local stores.
We have our getaways, and we have to congregate. And I think if I want other CEOs to support me, I have to support other CEOs.
Right. They don't pay taxes. You don't pay taxes. You got to make sure you got to keep those pockets lined, billionaires fed, politicians greased.
Well, if we aren't feeding the billionaires,
who's going to eat?
Who's going to feed the billionaires?
It's not eat the rich. It's rich the eat. They got to eat all the people and small businesses. Support Amazon.
As we're going through all these super chats, I see them keep coming in, and you guys probably see it on screen. I'm just going to check out the Streamlabs. Is it cool if I check out the Streamlabs?
I think it's time.
Let me just check to see if there's any Streamlabs that have come in.
Totally.
Just give me one.
Okay.
Uno
in
momento.
the meantime,
I think there's like 1 or 2.
Destroyer 2 Ultros. Love
okay,
the
there's
name.
a couple that have come in.
Let's hear about Wesley Snipes returning. We have actually. I'm very excited about that because I think he is Blade. I've been reading the new arc of Blade, and there's so few Blade comics. The legacy number on this month's Blade is 38. That's crazy. There's so few Blade comics, but Wesley Snipes is Blade.
I found it.
Okay, good.
I found the button I need to click. Okay. Good. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, no. This looks right. This looks right.
Okay.
Just be calm.
Pressure.
You can be calm.
So many stakes. It's crazy.
Okay.
The date?
Okay, so Gamer MJ, he's got a long message here.
Okay.
He's got a long
two
message
blocks.
here.
Okay.
He's got a long message
Want
here.
me to read it?
We're going to do it.
Okay.
Amazon.com. You get the best comics there.
Yeah, totally. They definitely have comics.
There's just something about going to a comic store that when you like feeling the life of it or like flipping through the pages going, I want to buy it. I'm like, too much time.
Can this be digital in some way?
Oh,
can I not
my
interact
God,
with a person that's being paid minimum wage?
When I can read it from my phone?
Oh, man. Just as the artist intended.
And then if I'm like, I want to take a break from page 2, I'm going to check Instagram really quick.
Just pop on over to TikTok, scroll
Best
for
way
a couple
to
hours.
immerse yourself into the experience
The
of
smell of your
absorbing
phone, that beautiful smell of comic phone.
And we all know the artists, they get residuals off that.
Oh, 100%.
So
They're
it's
so happy.
A-okay.
Yeah, that's the move. That's how art survives. Couldn't fit this into the last one, but what is your favorite film of the year so far? For me, it's Godzilla vs. Kong.
Wrong.
I saw that today. I fucking rocked. But Deadpool will be numero uno when that comes. Speaking of, okay, let's address this first. Unless the next thing is still about favorite movies. Okay, we'll get to that. Gamer MJ, I have not seen Godzilla vs. Kong because I promised to cover it for a certain channel, so I haven't watched it yet, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
New Rockstars is a lucky channel.
Yeah, they are. That's exactly what I was
we missed the first.
read-
We're reading in the wrong order.
Yeah, you were like, look, it's really long.
We're going to
and
go
then-
backwards. We're going to go backwards.
Hey, you handsome fellas. Thanks.
It's talking about me.
Obviously.
I'm part
Someone
of
in the
this.
chat was like, the guy in the red is cute, which means also new follower. and
Probably a
also,
guy.
Hey,
Usually a guy.
I am still flattered whenever I see there's like gay message boards about me, and I'm always flattered. I'm like, that's time and dedication.
John, girls, gay guys, Coy and Greg.
I think it's because we work out.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
John does.
It's not disrespectful, John. I'm just acknowledging that.
I'd rather be John in that situation.
Guys work out for guys. We like.
Can you imagine being the guy who doesn't need to work out and just women flock to you? That's an amazing
John
gift.
just exists in a place
That's
of
a
physical
compliment.
comfort.
Yeah.
We do not. So
Yeah.
guys don't work out. Like guys think girls are gonna be like, ooh, abs. They're not.
No, in
Guys
all-
are like, where'd you get those gains, bro? It's for guys.
In all fairness, John has actually been exercising quite a bit
Has
lately
he?
and really taking care of
Good for
himself. Yeah,
him.
he's been really on top of it.
Hell yeah, commendable. Soon, guys will crush on John too.
John's
Hey, you handsome fellas. First of all, Coy, love your comic videos. Left a lengthy comment on last week's one. I've been growing my YouTube page with comic book stuff, so thank you very much for tuning in.
Don't support, because if you support, then he's not going to come here.
Yeah, don't go to my channel at
This
Coy
is how
Jandro.
CEOs operate.
Don't leave Real Rejects
Don't-
to type Coy Jandro in the YouTube ban. No.
Don't help out other people.
Doing very different things at this channel than that channel very intentionally. Weekly
Doesn't
comic
matter.
book pulls.
You will be fired.
That's it.
If you reach 30,000 subscribers.
I'm going to probably reach that in the next month.
Fired.
I've got 23 and a half.
Fired.
23
Don't
and a
support
half.
other people's endeavors.
No one else.
Nope.
He's going to take his brand off me. He's going to cut it out.
Everyone gets part-time
it.
work here.
Yep,
That's all
make
they
sure
get
there's
to
no
do.
benefits and just enough to live off of, so you're starving, and then you sell the food back to them.
Yeah. Otherwise, you get a job at Ralph's
Yeah.
or King Super, depending on your part of America.
Ooh, Gelson's. First of all, Coy, love your comic videos. Left a link to the comic in last week's one. Thank you very much. I was checking out Twister's IMDb page last night to look for the runtime and stumbled upon you guys reacting to the first film at the bottom. Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Twisters, we're both excited for it.
Very excited for Twisters.
Very
One of my
excited.
movies of the summer. Also, someone was saying that we gushed over Natalie Brooks. You guys gushed over Jake Gyllenhaal's guns more than I
Goddamn
did.
right.
It was amazing.
Goddamn right.
He had a ab belly. Like he was so cut that he could still breathe out and have a little protrusion. And then
You think
like, oh my
he's
God.
you think he's fat,
But he's just
and then you
that
take
many
you
muscles.
take it off, and you're like, oh, he's not fat. It's just the abs.
His abs are
going.
so big.
They're just
They're on
out there.
other muscles.
Yeah.
Incredible build. That was part 1 of 2.
Oh yeah, and then he's really
Favorite movie of
then
the year? Love
GXK
Godzilla v. Kong.
and Deadpool is going to be
Speaking of Deadpool, how many variants of him will we see? Okay, so 1, I support your love of Deadpool. I cannot say what my favorite movie of the year is going to be till I see my favorite movie of the year. The trailers look fantastic, but so far, my favorite movie of the year is very comfortably Dune. I think Dune 2 is my favorite, and then The Fall Guy is number 2, and then I believe Monkey Man is number 3. I think those are my top 3 of the year so far. Do you have a top 3?
I don't remember what came out this year.
Dune, Fall Guy. Oh, Fall Guy's out next week.
I love Doom Part 2. I've seen it 3 times.
Wow.
I saw it. They re-released it on IMAX at this theater at Universal City Walk. That's where Nolan screens his movies to give you an idea of how special that is, and it was mesmerizing. I've been thinking about it nonstop. I really love that movie
Yeah?
a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to top. I
Yeah.
need to see Civil War, and I need to see Challengers.
This is not 2024, but I loved High School Musical.
It's favorite of your year so far.
It really is. Some of the best movies I've ever seen.
All right, all right.
I actively try to convince people to watch it.
I have never seen them.
Really?
Any of them.
And you consider yourself a Zac Efron fan?
I'm a Zac Efron fan beyond just his mainstream stuff. I knew Zac Efron before he was cool.
Well, I'm telling you, man, he's great in it.
Well, I'm excited.
Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it.
I don't know what that reference
Got to get your
is.
head in the game.
How many variants of him do you think we'll see?
5.
At least 5. Head pool.
We've been on
Dog poop.
We've been on Gamer MJ for the longest
18
time.
minutes. 5, I think we'll see 5. Deadpool, Kid Pool, Head Pool, Zombie Deadpool. I think we'll see 5 or more. Okay.
I'm going to be doing a reaction for Monkey Man.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I have not seen
Oh,
Monkey
dude,
Man.
it's so good. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
I'm really excited for it. Ronan Unchained, who of course was at our WonderCon event.
So good to see you. We'll probably see him in San Diego.
He says, Buenos tardes, muchachos.
That was exciting. I don't know what accent was, but it was good.
Well, Coy, mind if I read this question to you?
I'd like that.
Do you all think we potentially saw an interaction between Logan and Laura in the official trailer? I think so because of the line, trust me, kid, I'm no hero. Go read all new Wolverine. I highly recommend it. Coy, you agree?
Yes. I love that run. Tom Taylor, one of my favorite writers out there. He's writing Nightwing. Like right now, it's some of the best Nightwing ever. Tom Taylor's X-Men Red and his all-new Wolverine are both spectacular. He really reestablishes who X-23 is in a really great way.
Very true.
You've read them. We've talked about them. That's actually one of the runs I think you and I both see as amongst the best in the last 10 years.
Few.
But really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So yeah, highly recommend you check out all new Wolverine. And I don't know if that line is Laura, but I do think she'll show up in the movie. I think we'll get some more extra.
No, 1,000% she's going to show up in the movie.
Hope so.
You know what I really love? I want to take a moment to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. You mind if I talk about Deadpool and Wolverine?
I mean, we have it
for
in
just
the logo.
30 seconds
Yeah,
here?
it's in there.
It's that Deadpool and Wolverine, it's this rare movie in Marvel that truly feels like an event.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to have an event film that also doesn't just, it feels like a Marvel movie and an MCU movie, but it's actually somewhere in between and somehow also feels more than that. And I think that's so special because it's not like, oh, I need to watch 1 billion movies. You don't even really get that impression.
No.
You can kind of just go off of
Chuck
memory.
Levy said that you don't have to watch any.
I don't agree with that assessment at all because I'm like, can you imagine going
Who's
into
Wolverine?
that? I'm like, yeah, I've never seen the Deadpool movies or the X-Men
Who
movies.
are all
Like,
these people?
I don't care to watch this movie. Yeah.
Did seem a little
I think-
ambitious.
I think you got to watch some stuff, but I think it's one of those. I don't feel like it's going to be a homework movie in the sense of that I have to go rewatch all these movies now.
Right.
You know, or
You get
like,
enough
I'm
from
going to miss
remembering
all
them.
this shit. You know, yeah, I still feel like there's a lot of genuine excitement to be had around it, and I just love that we have truly an event film coming out.
It does feel like the movie of the summer is a Marvel movie again, and that feels great.
Exactly. Yeah. We love Marvel.
Shills.
Marvel.
Marvel. Yeah.
Whatever, guys. I
Wish
know
they
it's
paid us
easy.
what
I
people
know
think
it.
we
I know it's easy to get hate for loving Marvel, but when Marvel's firing, they're
It's
firing.
magic.
You know.
And I personally, the amount of people complaining about the Deadpool 3 trailers is so exhausting.
S-
I've almost
screw
quit
Twitter.
Twitter so many times because of I had
You
so
spend
much
too
joy.
much time on Twitter, man.
Nonetheless,
You know, every time I talk to you,
I have something to be upset
that
about
is
Twitter.
your sentiment. It's like a cat-like reflex. Just,
I'm having a less. It used to be 20
a year and a
hours.
half of you
Now
saying
it's
you've been on
18.
less.
I'm cutting down a minute a day, and it's gotten better. My addiction.
Twitter attracts
Evil.
vitriol.
It
That's
does.
what it attracts, and so I don't like to spend a
But
lot
when
of
I
time
when
on
I look
it.
at my analytics, it's all Twitter links or what people go to
Gives
my.
a shit.
I want YouTube.
Post the
clicks.
shit and leave.
I need YouTube clicks and Twitter.
Post the shit. No, you don't
Engagement.
need. You can do it without. You can totally succeed on your solo channel.
47% of my links are Twitter.
Then just share it.
But there's so
Call it
much
a
anger to be
day.
had over there. It's a place to rage. He's got a point. Do you guys notice Red Skull's car?
From Nidak Ragnarok. Thank you.
See, I can't see it. I can't.
You're
this
right.
time.
That is, on all fairness, Koi cannot
This
see
time, couldn't see it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was trying. Nidak Ragnarok, thank you very much. Do you guys notice that Red Skull's car is Iron Man themed in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer? If you didn't, it has an Iron Man piece instead of Hydra. It has the flames of Tony Stark's hot rod. Do you think Terrence Howard's roadie could be the one driving it? Oh, I love that.
If they manage to get Terrence
Dude.
Howard to come back,
Just back up a truck of money to his house.
magic.
That would be so funny.
With
Imagine
that
him as Next
weird
Time
wig
Baby.
he's got going on or hairdo he's got
Dude,
going on.
if
I
he
don't know what
plays
that's for.
War
but
Machine and Next Time Baby lands in Deadpool 3. Like if they reference that joke,
I know, right?
that'd be amazing. Maybe
That
he'll
would
do
be
some new math.
insanity. I
He
love
invented
it.
a new math, and I want to know about it. Terrence Howard has fascinated me as a human for quite some time.
Yeah.
This I did not catch, by the way. I noticed it was the Red Skull mobile from the first Cap, and I said it in my trailer reaction right here on this channel. But I did not notice it was Iron Manned up, which makes it clearly multiversal, which is very exciting. So I'm very clearly someone exciting will be driving it. If they've modified it 2 ways to show it's Elseworldy, that's really exciting. Didn't catch it. Thank you, Nidak.
Yeah, you know, and someone in the chat has just said it's giving us the same high as Spider-Man No Way Home, but it's also hype in a different way. Whereas Spider-Man No Way Home was like, are they going to show up? Are they going to show up? And then it becomes one of those movies in the same way how some people slight Dark Knight unfairly, in my opinion, that it's just a Joker movie. When it's not
at all.
I think sometimes people say that with Spider-Man No Way Home, like, the only reason
It's
people
only
like it is a
nostalgia.
cameo, nostalgia fest with everyone. And I'm like, no, but because the hype was built around will they show up,
Yeah.
I think that's where the focus goes. And with Deadpool and Wolverine, they're leading with Wolverine returning with Hugh Jackman. And so the hype is around the journey of them being together for the whole film. So it's a very different kind of hype experience, I think, that I feel like will warrant just a great movie.
I'm so
And
excited.
the Easter eggs will truly feel like a gift in the moment. You know what I mean?
And I'm glad they're not showing or making it the tease like you're saying. The tease isn't the cameos. We know there's some are coming, but I like that it feels like the two of them are the movie and then the rest is a bonus.
1,000%. Yeah, that's essentially what I said. But
I just gave you credit. I said like you said.
Yeah,
I said that.
Normally, I do that with you, and I make it sound like I said something smart.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I just
I'm
use
just saying,
different
like you said,
vocabulary.
I agree with what you had said as well.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's just thank
You get the
Gamer.
next one.
Thank Gamer Night J14.
Gamer Night J14. Thank you. Coy, as an experienced comic fan, what would you sell someone? Definitely not me. Who wants to get into comics, specifically Spider-Man? This might be me as a broken record, but Ultimate Spider-Man
V for Vendetta.
from the year 2000. Scott Snyder's Batman is how I get into Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man, the 2000 run from Mark Bagley and Brian Michael Bendis is, I think, not just the best Spider-Man jumping on point. If you're new to comics, I think it is the most accessible comic of all time. I think if you like Ultimate Spider-Man, not only does that open up a nearly 200-issue run of the Peter Parker Spider-Man, that leads directly into the invention of Miles Morales. Miles Morales came from this comic, but 10 years in. So
Sure.
it's the longest in the history of comic books. Like, of all comics ever written, it's the longest creator duo of an artist and a writer. So it's really cool to see that consistency in a run. But also the story is incredible. It's kind of like now that's what I call Spider-Man. Like, it's the greatest hits of Spider-Man stories from 60 years put into 10 years of writing. It reinvents some things. It's really fun. And if you like it, gets you to Miles. And also, if you like it, there's an Ultimate X-Men. There's an Ultimates, which is the Ultimate Avengers. All that's great. If you want to try the Spider-Man stuff that is more modern, there's a Straczynski run starting with Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 30. That leads to the Totem stuff, that leads to Spider-Verse. Highly recommend that. Some issues, I would say, are iconic and important. The Kid Who Collected Spider-Man, the No One Can Stop the Juggernaut. It's only 2 issues. It's amazing. I would say check out some of the Spider-Gwen stuff that's been recent if you want to, mix it up in the Spider-Man universe. I would say the Hobgoblin Saga is incredible. There's a lot, but Ultimate Spider-Man is very accessible.
Yeah. You can start with Watchmen.
Could.
Yeah, I think start with Watchmen, and then from there on, everything is much better because Watchmen's like a low base to start with.
It's very easy.
It's easy to digest.
Monosyllabic.
Really boring, and a lot of talk.
Yep.
Less, bang, bang, bang. Some nudity though. A lot of flopping around blue stuff.
Yep. Good old yeah.
Yeah, we should move on.
I mean, we can, if we want. MC No Light.
Ooh, look at that contribution.
What a kind contribution.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you,
That's
MC
what I spend
No
on my
Light.
breakfast.
Yeah, CEO breakfast.
Yeah, my hard-boiled eggs.
Raw, fresh oranges just squeezed by someone in front of him. He has to make eye contact while they squeeze his oranges.
Read a newspaper while CNN plays in the background.
And he's got these crazy bean coffee made out of the feces of cats.
Yeah, and then I go, turn that up.
You ever heard about that? There's
No.
a special kind of coffee that's supposed to be the best coffee in the world. It's made out of cat feces. Like the actual beans are better because they're fermented in cat
Can
poop.
we talk to Jeff about that?
Yeah, we should try to get
And,
some
I'll
cat
see what I
CEO
can- see what I can pull.
$20 breakfast, guys.
Next thing you know, we'll have a new brand deal for the week.
Get that cat poop coffee.
Have you ever wanted to take your cat's feces and make something productive out of it?
A lot of good mushrooms comes out of cow poop. Maybe coffee is just waiting for cat poop for you. MC No Light, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Last stream, I mentioned I had been reading the Ultimates. Haha, good timing. And I thought they'd make a good Cosmic Avengers team. I didn't specify it was the 15 to 17 run, and Coy expounded upon the older run. Any thoughts on the 15 to 17 run? Aha, that is a very different run. The Ultimates from the 2002 run is what the Avengers movies kind of feel like. It's very cinematic, and it's very much like the Avengers team. The Ultimates from 15 to 17 is like Blue Marvel and a lot more space element. I like that run, but it's not as much my jam. I'm more grounded comic as much as I can be. It's ironic because I love Saga, but that's because it's not Marvel characters. But Marvel characters, I lean more Spider-Man, Deadpool. I like the X-Men in space, but I prefer them in the X-Mansion. I like the little bit more grounded stuff, so I just generally prefer the Ultimates that are Avengers-y versus the space stuff. But I thought, as far as a thing that's not in my usual wheelhouse, they did a really great job, and they made some really interesting characters more palatable. I didn't really understand Blue Marvel before that book, and now it's a character I enjoy. So I thought it did a really good job making dense concepts and characters palatable.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, give me validation.
You could also read From Hell.
Yeah.
Could. American Vampire.
Totally a thing. I didn't know you read. Oh, yeah, I did know that. You got some of the original prints. Scott Snyder.
More of a graphic novel reader.
But you have the
I
original
don't really read
prints, the graphic
superhero
novels.
stuff. Although I finally got around to...
The book I got you? Oh, yeah. I got Greg
on, like,
a present, and he was like, "Wait, you got me a present?"
I'm on like book 3, I think.
It's good, right?
Yeah, when he finally comes in, the title character.
No Man's Land?
finally comes back.
Batman takes a little while.
Yeah, it takes a while.
That's why, like, the Dark Knight Rises.
Dicking around
it's
for
like
a long
him
time.
leaving is the feel. Greg's reading No Man's Land. I'm very, very excited for him. All right. ATH Media. If Kraven is bad, people better bash it just as hard as Madam Web, so Sony sees bad movies are bad movies regardless of genders. HH Media, I think they moved Kraven to hopefully make it better. I also hope that we will at one point live in a world where if something's crap, it's crap for it being crap, not it's crap for it being blank. I want like a woman to direct an Avengers movie. I want a man to direct a female movie.
Go on.
I know. Oh, a little much.
What do they know about superheroes?
What do they know about men? What do women know? That character's got a penis. How can a woman direct that?
They woke it up.
Oh.
They push their agendas and their vaginas on screen.
Yeah.
And that intimidates
That's
me.
a very
It intimidates me.
Yeah, Catherine Bigelow can't make one of the best war movies of all time because she's never been to war and isn't a man.
I'm scared of women.
So I would like that too. I would also like to get to the point where if I don't like a female-led film, I'm not terrified to say that because I'm afraid of being seen as those assholes. So I'm with you. The sooner we can get to a point where things are actually judged on their own merits, not by identity politics, we'll be better off. But until then, I just hope movies are good so we can enjoy and celebrate them as opposed to hate on shit just to do it.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Sometimes you got to go in with a bias, you know?
Yeah, you just got to start hating it from the jump.
Sometimes it's good to go in
Sight unseen.
knowing you don't like something before you watch it.
Yeah.
And then leaving with that feeling.
And you're like, fuck yeah, I'm validated.
I'm validated.
Man, oh
and
man.
And the whole time I looked for reasons to not like it, and I found them.
Remember when I spent 6 months defending the Marvels and saw it, and I was like, Greg, what do I do? And here we are.
Kierkegaard. Knuckles reaction. Is that finally out? Wasn't great, but want thoughts.
Well, that's
an empowering reason to commit to all that editing. To all that.
Wasn't great.
I hear that's the common consensus that it's not a great show.
That sucks. I love Idris Elba.
And I hear it's more about the guy.
Oh, yeah. I read that somewhere. I didn't know the guy's name either, so I was like, who's this guy?
And I'm like, I don't really want to waste my time with that.
No. Sorry. I have no thoughts because my thoughts are I love Idris Elba. If you don't know his music, he's a great DJ. And I'm looking forward to Sonic 3 a lot. Like a lot.
Oh, yeah. Tyler, I saw the trailer for that. Have you seen that with Kyle Chandler? Not Kyle Chandler. What the hell? What's his name? Chandler Riggs? The kid who was Andrew Lincoln's kid on The Walking Dead.
Oh, I think it's Chandler Riggs. Kyle Chandler's from Friday Night Lights.
Yes. They did like a Spider-Man horror movie.
Oh.
Essentially like a man spider. And it's apparently been getting some good traction. It's a fan film. Yeah.
I'll probably watch scenes from Knuckles that are good, like when they come across, like, the socials, but I'm probably not going to. There's so many things to watch. It's hard to watch things that aren't good.
Not true. I could cram it all in.
Yeah.
Cram it all
Content.
in. Content machine. This channel's going to be around forever. YouTube isn't going anywhere ever.
No.
Rob Buck. Thank you, Rob Buck. Thank you to all who have been contributing to our super chats. We will stop allowing you guys to be so generous starting at 1:30 p.m.
1:30 p.m., 25 minutes.
Because we don't end a stream without going through all of them. And we got a real rejects meeting today where I throw hot coffee and Roxy's face today.
Yeah.
As I covered up with makeup. Toots.
Back in the kitchen.
Rob Buck is
I feel weird even making the joke. Like, I just, like, felt bad.
It is truth. It's nice to feel authentic with the audience for once, Coy.
This is who we really are. Back to Boston.
Rob Buck is saying, he wants to know, Coy, prediction for Deadpool 3. He's telling us his prediction.
Oh, okay.
He's tasked with grabbing Wolverine.
Okay.
And it's going to be a commentary on cancel culture. He cups
Grabs
Wolverine
him.
By the crotch.
Got it.
For the TVA and grabs the wrong one, the one that lets down his whole universe.
Ooh. You got to grab the right Wolverine.
I mean, maybe he goes to our universe, his main universe, and he's like, oh, what? He's dead?
I guarantee we're going to see Logan's grave. I think we've actually seen it in some of the stills. I think the forest behind Deadpool and a couple of those stills is Logan's tombstone. I do think we meet a few Wolverines, including Patch. Obviously, we saw in the first trailer. I think that might be Daniel Radcliffe. I do think we will meet a bevy of Wolverines leading to the one that is... I think is going to be kind of Days of Future Past-y, not the movie Days of Future Past, but I think he's gone through something akin to that. The tombstones in that trailer are the same ones from the Days of Future Past comic. So I think that universe is going to be mirrored in some ways where he's done something wrong. There's also a great run called Wolverine Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. where he has basically, it's really dope. It starts with this arc called Enemy of the State, then it goes into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But Wolverine's basically like manipulated by Mysterio, and he kills like everyone. Like everyone, like he looks and sees villains, but it's the X-Men, and he just murks them. And then he ends up having to work for S.H.I.E.L.D. Lots of craziness, but I could see where Cassandra Nova maybe convinces Wolverine to take people out, and then he's got to go on that redemption arc with Deadpool. And I also think Deadpool might have something like that happen to him as well.
I feel sorry for whoever's going to take over Wolverine in the live-action X-Men.
They're in such a, like, that's worse than Bond. Like, there's no way. Especially because, like, you'd think now it'd be like, oh, it's been 10 years, people have given it some time.
Yeah.
And then Hugh Jackman's like, I'm coming back. And they're like, fuck.
Yeah. Damn, he's still the best
I
one.
thought I had some time for people to mourn.
That's a tall order, man.
Yeah, I don't even know who I'd cast after seeing that trailer where I'm like, fuck, he is Logan. He's so good.
It's always harder to be the second one.
Yeah.
The second one's when the first one's so iconic, it's really hard to be.
Whoever takes over Iron Man, whoever takes over Wolverine is fucked.
I know.
Like those are just so iconic.
Amen to that, sister.
Yeah. X-Men versus Avengers asks Miro George.
His name be nice.
I did it in a different order to mix it up. I was literally saying
I cut you off. I wasn't listening. I did the exact thing.
You did the thing you got mad at me for, and I haven't since. So now we're even.
As a CEO, you got to learn from people, learn from your employees.
You got to tell them they're wrong and move on.
Again, I'm learning.
Learning how to tell them.
I'm learning how to handle people.
Big boss. He's got a little placard on his desk now. Miro Georgiev asks X-Men versus Avengers. Emma Frost and Cyclops at front. Miro, I don't know what this means. I think what you're saying is that you want to see an X-Men versus Avengers movie, and you want to see Emma Frost and Cyclops in a leadership role, like they'd be the ones on the X-Men side. I love your brevity, but I am assuming that. I would love to see something where we develop the love triangle in a third or fourth movie. Like Cyclops is seen as a Boy Scout, but then he becomes like kind of a radical, and he gets dehumanized. I sounded like that dude from fucking The Shadows, where he just emphasis. But I think we're seeing that really handled well in X-Men 97, and I'd love to see an element where Emma Frost is able to manipulate Scott and then falls for Scott like they do in the comics in the new X-Men run. And I would love to see that dynamic between Emma and Cyclops, but I think that's a way down the line story. That said, when it happens, I think that's a great way to humanize Cyclops, because there's a lot of ways to do Cyclops wrong, and I think Emma's a fascinating character, but you'd have to walk that line very tightly, and then that would be cool. Unfortunately, I could see them rushing X-Men and Avengers 2 before Secret Wars, and I think they might be. I could see that happening soon, and then it might be our old Fox X-Men for one last ride.
You know, I like most of the X-Men movies from the original Fox universe. There's still so much that they did not adapt accurately, I would say.
Yeah, they're mutant movies. They're not
truly honor,
right?
You know, and I feel
Heroin Xavier. Why the fuck was he on drugs? That was so weird.
Just the relationship with Cyclops and Jean Grey for one.
Just Cyclops.
Just Cyclops. Cyclops alone. Yeah. So I think that, you know, it's okay to go back and start over. It wouldn't be like the Amazing Spider-Man effect.
No.
You're like, why are we doing this all over again? And I think like doing it over again.
But holding on Phoenix for a while.
No.
Two strikes.
That should always be the
third
movie.
Always.
That should
it's
always be
of any
third
relaunch.
or fourth one. Just make it. You're always building the Phoenix.
The end of the second
and
movie
it's
has
always
to tease the Phoenix.
Street level Phoenix.
Yeah, for some reason.
Never cosmic exploration.
She's not
Phoenix.
a bird. No. Why would we do that comic thing?
It's always been in her in some way.
Yeah.
And yep, it's always that.
Do Scott right to start, and we'll go from there.
I think what some people forget about the Phoenix storyline is it wasn't instantaneously dark Phoenix.
It was so many years.
It was like Phoenix first was a contribution and then became Dark Phoenix.
Yeah,
you know?
like power corrupted.
Yeah, and so I do think you need to
get there.
Yeah, Muhammad, your super chat's not going to be lame. We're going to make sure it's a sweet ass super chat.
So good. Miro's back. Miro Georgiev follows up by saying, X-Men 97 is the best Marvel Disney thing since Infinity War, in my opinion. When are you doing Koicast on the new rebooted X-Men cast? See, someone demands
We don't talk about other shows. He's talking about Koicast.
Oh, yeah, that's my podcast.
Not Koi's Comic Corner. We don't talk about other shows that Koi does.
Not my podcast, not my personal YouTube page, not me appearing on Rotten Tomatoes with a video about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Don't like it.
Not me at New Rockstar.
Don't like it. Makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable.
CEO's like, I'm going to make sure we mute all this part in the re-edit.
Cross-promotion business. No, when you're here, the focus is about you being
It's
here.
the opposite of Olive Garden.
You're
When
supposed
you're here, you're not family.
You're supposed to make it feel like this is your only platform.
Only place I am. That's why he doesn't like me on Twitter, because I can share other links.
Starla, you're only about an hour late.
Only an hour late. We got about an hour left. It's great. I think it is exceptional. I personally think No Way Home is my favorite thing in the last 4 years. No Way Home is my, one of my favorite, if not my favorite Marvel DC thing. But I really love that you love Infinity War. I like Infinity War slightly more than Endgame myself. So it seems like you do as well. I also think Loki is still my favorite show. A lot of people are like, X-Men 97 is the best. I love X-Men 97, but Loki I think is still my favorite show. So I will respectfully agree with you loving it and also say it's in my top 10, but not my top 1.
Sure.
And then if you want a rebooted X-Men cast, maybe, because I got some new ideas.
All right. I sing Zac Efron for Cyclops.
Zac Efron as every single member of the X-Men.
As Dark Phoenix. Would be great.
It's a bunch of Zac Efrons. Like Nicolas Cage in adaptation, but Zac Efron.
Oh, I love that.
Bring it.
Tristan Clark. Thank you, Tristan Clark. Oh, my God. I'm in this question, finally.
Oh, it's a Greg question.
I was getting bored.
Listed first, CEO.
Bored when it's not about me.
Fuck.
Hey, Greg and Coy. Great to see you guys again, mainly. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Oh, the hype. Oh, look who's back. Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend.
I should have read this question.
New album this summer.
Yeah, whatever.
Fucking stoked, dude. The Death of Slim Shady album. It's going to be nuts. That means he might tour. If he tours, we got to go. I've never seen Eminem live.
I've never seen Eminem live.
And, I would probably spend a stupid amount of money for it.
Oh, yeah.
It's Eminem. He's
well,
getting
I
old.
got to go watch Taylor Swift live, and I got to go Coy Jandro Eminem show.
Dude, that'd be actually fun. That'd be a crazy thing.
I've already done Chili Peppers, so.
I think Eminem and Harry Styles are the only two, stadium shows I'd do. I think Harry's my Taylor, my pop star.
Yeah,
guy.
I could skip
Fucking
Harry.
love
I
Harry
would love to
Styles.
go to Taylor's.
I think I would I don't know her music as well as you do.
Oh, my God, it's beautiful.
But
brilliant.
Harry
She's an
Styles
artist.
makes me cry. I you know how much I struggle to cry with movies. Harry Styles gets me. I put on a vinyl of Harry Styles and I'm a fucking mess. So Harry and Eminem, for two different, the rage of Eminem would be closure, and I'd just have a little cry fest at a Harry Styles concert.
That's fair. I think this is a great transition into the question.
I think so.
My question is a side topic. With the success of X-Men 97, what cartoons would you want to see revived, not just from Marvel, but maybe even DC?
Whoa.
Oh, man. I mean, if you could properly bring back Batman the Animated Series or Batman Beyond. Oh, my God. With the kind of animation styles that we could do now,
Dude.
I mean, you'd have to, honor it. It'd have to be, they pretty much have to go, how did X-Men 97 do it?
Yeah.
Because you'd have to be the right blend of what it looked like and the right modern-day touch.
I think Will Friedle wants to come back so bad. Will Friedle wants it. So I would love that. I also think it'd be a good opportunity to have basically the neo-futurism reflecting our time in a fun commentary way. When they made Batman Beyond, that was so deep future, and now we're so the Apple Vision Pro. A lot of that shit. So it'd be a cool commentary. So I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I would love that to happen.
Yeah, Batman Beyond would be my big one.
Were there other DC shows that were out? Static Shock.
Oh, Static Shock was great. Also, I think that should be a James Gunn announcement. I think he should lean into that whole imprint.
I feel like, I think Creature Commando is going to be all right.
I think that X-Men 97 is helping Creature Commandos a lot. I think it's helping the whole medium of animation.
I hate Twitter.
Oh, it's the worst. I really wish I did.
Twitter makes me think everyone hates everything.
Well, they do there.
I know. It's kind of weird, the energy that website attracts.
I had my first batch of people come over from other YouTubers and get angry on my page, and I was like, "Oh, this feels like Twitter." And I was like, "Wait, why do I go to the thing that's so negative that it makes my brain think pure negativity?" It's bad. But yeah, X-Men 97 is perfect.
Muhammad, I remember you in the chat being like, "I think my question is going to be shit."
Oh, let's check it.
All right. I'd love a scene with Hugh, Taryn, and Dan. Who's Dan? Radcliffe and Ryan Gosling? Reynolds goes, "Hey, Hugh, aren't you supposed to be shorter like Eggy and Harry Potter over there?" Confusion. That's not a bad super chat.
I enjoy this because
That sounds
an
like a joke.
acknowledgement of comic accuracy and worthwhile cameos, and I appreciate it.
And that sounds like a line that would be in a Deadpool movie. So you know what, man?
No
I
notes.
think good super chat.
Good super chat.
You know why
We
it's a good
support
super chat? Because it's just a super chat. As long as there's some super behind the chat, then we're all right. You know, it doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah. And this one was super and a great statement. So
That's what I'm talking about. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Muhammad. Moving on.
Deadshot.
Deadshot, who has been active in our live stream chat. Thank you so much. Seems like Deadpool and Wolverine will have more old man Logan than Logan, especially with the Ant-Man corpse, and with this Logan possibly killing his X-Men. Yeah, that seems
Old Man
like
Logan is a, I would definitely put that on a must-read before the movie. It's only a 6-issue miniseries, and it's exceptional. It's like a
So you think
Mad
this
Maxium.
Old Man Logan will be more accurate in terms of character depiction more than Old Man Logan was in the movie Logan?
I think the Logan in the movie Logan was a nice blend of X-Men continuity. I think this is taking some of the more extreme comic-y event comic crossover elements and putting it in the movie.
Okay.
Like, Logan was really accurate to Logan, but it was very intentionally not touching the world of comics.
Sure.
So the characterization, but this is the characterization meets the event that is, shared universe comics.
Fair enough.
Old Man Logan is like half Avengers, like Hawkeye's in it, Ant-Man, Skull, like those things. It shares the world, which Logan couldn't do. So I
Okay.
think this is going to be more accurate to the comic tapestry.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are thinking about that Ant-Man skull head.
I think it's hilarious.
It's funny, yeah.
I think it's a great joke.
It's another Ant-Man. And people are like, this is foreshadowing the death of Ant-Man. I'm like, no, I think this is
I
just
think it's a
another,
funny
it's
visual.
another Ant-Man is what it is.
Yeah. I think it's a funny visual for her to walk out of. I also think it's a nice little Celestials nod,
Yeah.
which is cheeky because we still haven't had that in the regular MCU.
Very true. Very true, Koi. Seconds from Disaster.
He's
Ooh,
back.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about our live stream. We're always seconds from disaster. Sometimes Greg listens to me. Not always. It's his second time in here today. CEOs, they
Oh,
only
yeah,
listen
no,
sometimes.
yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
Here we are.
Thank you, Seconds from Disaster. Hey, Koi, he wants to know,
Okay.
what actor playing a Wolverine variant cameo do you think will have the biggest pop in theaters going off all the rumors we've heard?
Henry Tiberius Cavill.
Is that his middle name?
No, but I always put middle name Tiberius because of Star Trek if I don't know their middle name.
Oh, okay.
It's a cool middle name.
I'm James Tiberius Kirk.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Just add in there. Gives a little gravitas. I think Henry Cavill, if it's true, is going to be insane. I think it's a great way for Henry Cavill to be like, I'm not joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I'll be here for a moment. I think it's, a nice way to pass on from the Superman era to do as the MCU thing everyone's wanted him in. I'd rather see him as a Wolverine cameo than even as Cyclops because I think that him getting trapped in another universe for 10 years isn't fair to him. At this point, I want Henry to raise his child and just be a person and do Guy Ritchie movies because he seems to have way more fun in those.
Yeah.
The joy we got to see on Henry Cavill's face in Ungentlemanly Warfare, I haven't seen since Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I was like, oh, look, when he's working with a director and not in a shared universe, joy. So I would prefer him just do a little cameo, have a fun moment, and then move on. So Wolverine, I think Henry Cavill will be a big pop, if that's true.
I agree. He just shows up and he's like, Deadpool, we need to talk.
I think it'd be cool if he's like a different comic accurate. Like if Patch is Radcliffe, which I think he is. It'd be cool if Henry Cavill was like Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, like the one stump arm and he's hauling around. You know what I mean? Like another iconic Wolverine we'll never see normally, but as Henry Cavill.
Part of me wishes Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg were working on this movie.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I'd love to see them do a Deadpool anything like a show.
I feel like Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg would be a perfect marriage
yeah.
for a Deadpool film.
I think the boys owe so much to the
or a
two of them.
multiverse movie. I think it'd be a perfect marriage for them.
I would love that. Agreed.
Underrated writers.
Underrated producers. I
Yeah.
have said it before. I think they're the Kevin Feige of comic TV. Like everything they've done on the TV side.
Especially on the hard R side, yeah.
Yeah.
Dream Boy. Thank you, Dream Boy. Won't accept anyone but Austin Butler as Gambit. I don't know how I feel about him taking on yet another weird voice.
That may or may not have been my fan cast video involving Austin Butler.
Oh,
Gambit.
Austin Butler as
He's
Gambit?
my Gambit now. I think it's exceptional. I think he's got the charm, he's got the look, he's got the physicality after Dune 2, the way he can move and fight. I would love to see that dude in a trench coat just fucking, that's dope.
He has drastically, I think it was so smart for him to follow up.
Elvis with Dune to be like, by the way, I'm actually an exceptional actor.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of versatility.
And then Bike Riders this year. I cannot wait for Bike Riders June 21st.
Because normally when you have such an iconic leading role, it's hard for people to accept you in another leading role. So
Yes.
doing it in a supporting role is a great, that was a powerful pivot.
And such a different accent, such a different vibe, such
Yeah.
a different look. That's why I think he'd be a great Gambit. Now that we've seen that versatility, I think he'd be exceptional.
Yeah, I think he's an amazing actor. I just saw him in a movie reaction I just did. It was the follow-up to High School Musical 3.
Is he in a High School Musical?
Well, he's in a spin-off movie. High School Musical 3.
All right.
And I didn't know that. I spent the whole movie going, "Is that Austin Butler?" That's something to spoil for the reaction for the whole movie. I was like, "This looks like him, but I'm not sure."
He's so young.
and his voice is so different, but I'm not sure if this is him.
I want him as Gambit so bad, like authentically. I'm with you. I'm with you, Dream Boy.
Danielson. Thank you, Danielson. Danielson.
Danielson.
I just got it. Do you think, hey, Coy,
Hey.
do you think there's any chance we get a Kamala cameo in Deadpool to make that mutant connection? Or, oh, God, I don't know if we'll get that in Deadpool. Or what is your guess for the MCU mutant intro?
I think the mutant connection we got in Miss Marvel was like the music and just the reminding people to warm up to X-Men 97 and then getting the X-Men in the conversation. I do think Kamala is going to be a big part of wherever the X-Men to go because I've heard that Kevin Feige was the one that asked for her to be changed from an Inhuman to a mutant, which means I think he has plans. Like, he's the 10-year plan guy. So I think that there's a plan for Kamala somewhere in the X-Men. She's also the right age to be like a student at Xavier's. I don't know if they're going to do the X-Men as like the teachers because I personally used to see it as, in fact, the fan casting video I've done here was young Cyclops, older Cyclops, young Jean, older, like I did it all for 2 versions. Now I'm thinking they're going to do the adult X-Men and then a second generation of students coming up. I would love to see Professor Beast, Wolverine, reluctant professor, like that level, and then Kamala as a student at Xavier's, and I think that's what they're going to do.
That'd be a rad sandwich, Coy sandwich.
Yeah, sandwich. I'm hungry.
I'm pretty hungry too.
Yep, it's happening.
It actually kicked in pretty hard Coy sandwich about like a minute. We'll get to your question in just a second. Game Merriman J. Thank you all been contributing to the Super Lab. My God, yeah. You know,
we got 7 minutes.
Okay, you guys got 7 minutes.
Just checking the time.
We will go through every super chat, but you got 7 minutes to enter in to the raffle of super. I mean, it's not a raffle.
Not a raffle. We're gonna get them all.
We're gonna get them all.
Yeah.
You got 7 minutes to enter a question in.
And we guarantee
in
it,
the
co-hosts.
super chats. Plus, we want them.
Yeah.
So fucking do
That's
it.
how we get a sandwich.
Get my egg sandwich from
Gotta,
Subway.
I mean, if his $20 breakfast is $20, guess how much his lunch is?
My God,
These
my
crazy
lunch.
sandwiches.
Yeah, dude. 3 hard-boiled eggs.
Jesus. Have you been to Sweet Green yet? It's delicious. It's like a new salad place popping up in LA. It's like tender greens with salads. Sweet
Oh
Green.
God, these
It's
LA
fantastic.
spots.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. Sorry.
I don't like these LA spots.
Yeah.
They're overpriced,
Everything is.
but they're super overpriced. At these,
Salad's like $13, $14. Making a salad's like $8.
going to Gelson. I go to Gelson's and you make a salad there. Oh my God, it's delicious.
Is it like $8?
A few bucks a week. A few bucks a week, dude. I have lost dialogue. This has happened consistently in the last 2 minutes.
It's going great. He's all there up here, folks.
Um,
I think Mr. Sinister is going to be the villain in the first X-Men movie in the MCU, by the way. Natalie Brooks.
Walrus. I am the Walrus. Which DC project coming out this year you most excited for? Joker 2, Penguin, or Creature Commandos?
Hot take! Penguin.
I mean, I think Penguin's the one that will be exceptional no matter what. It's hard to believe that won't be an exceptional show. I'm more excited for Joker 2.
Wow.
Because I feel like that can go so wrong. You know, it's taking a swing, and I love a swing.
I like that you're betting on the chaos, which is very Joker. You're like, one's going to be good. This one could be a dumpster
This
fire.
one could be like annoying and terrible and self-indulgent and overly pretentious. It could be all the things wrong, or it could be a mesmerizing experience. I could see it being one of those movies that I watch the first time and I go, wow, that was awful. And then I
it
think
grows on
about
you.
it and I'm like, you know what? Then maybe I should watch it again. And then I
can see
watch
it
it
going the other
again.
way.
Yes.
This is a masterpiece. Then you think about it and you're like, what was that?
That was what it was like for the first Joker for me.
Oh, I like the first Joker
I
still.
liked the first Joker. And then I watched it again and I was like, you know what? I don't think I like this as much as I thought I did, actually.
So I'm going Penguin because Colin Farrell's performance as Penguin is one of the greats, and Matt Reeves making a long-form universe. I think The Batman is the closest to how I feel about Batman I've ever seen, and I think Colin Farrell is like Brad Pitt. He's a fucking character actor. He's just trapped in a handsome rapper. Like, he's just too good-looking to be the guy he wants to be.
We all suffer.
I mean, it's really a struggle.
Yeah.
You know what was funny, actually? The Real Rejects poster that someone made like last week that was so awesome. the one where like we looked like an Endgame thing. A bunch of the comments were like, "Handsome nerds only in Hollywood," and I was like, "We got the Colin Farrell problem. We look too good for our brand." But I think that Colin Farrell getting to play a role where he can like act is exciting, especially long form. So Penguin for me, pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I go to the gym and I see a lot of nerds work out. Everyone's like wearing Marvel shirts.
It's
and
shifted
DC
in the
shirts.
last 10 years. A
Yeah,
lot.
people embrace it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
Finally.
is now it's like, what's a nerd is like? You really know you're the comic book guy from The Simpsons, you know?
Right. There's not a lot of those left,
Yeah.
which is good that people
It's
are like
good,
it's
though.
approachable.
Yeah.
I want it to not be like.
It's not niche anymore because
Right.
it's become such a popular thing in movies.
It also isn't intimidating. I hope for people. Like
Not
I want
anymore.
people to go in comic stores and stuff.
Francisco Moro. Hi, Coy and Greg. First time live chat. Coy suggests a Storm movie for X-Men. What about a Rogue and Captain Marvel movie?
You know what I'd do? I'd make Rogue the villain of Captain Marvel 3. That would be a reason to have Captain Marvel 3 tie into the greater universe.
That's a great call.
Be a great way to have a character get enough screen time to
And
warrant
she's
her.
getting an origin story. Can actually get the Captain Marvel movie to make some money.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel 3, literally a Rogue introduction. That way the people that love the old X-Men movies are also like, oh, they're doing a whole Rogue thing. And that way it validates the old X-Men fans. It validates the fans of the X-Men 97 Rogue. It validates her having all the powers that she kind of needs to have at the point to keep up with the X-Men. And it gives us a reason to reincorporate Captain Marvel to a more grounded hero, which I think her being so overpowered, they had to make that band thing where she like bamfed between characters because she's just so OP. This would bring that down. So I think it solves every problem Captain Marvel has that Rogue has, and it ties the mutants into the MCU. I'd make her the villain.
I think you should make a Rogue movie in the tone of how the Sony anti-hero Spider-Man films are.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You should
You
cast like
know,
Madam Web's
It's just like
team.
it's like a tragic movie, but she's really a hero.
Dakota Johnson.
You
it's
got
Rogue.
lines in the movie that are specifically shot just to put in the trailer.
There's ADR over
Just
every villain
so
line.
people understand. the
Yeah,
movie,
and no one actually speaks on screen. They're all off camera.
I think Coy,
You're doing great.
there's a meeting today with the team,
And you're gonna
I
talk
am
so well.
confident about how
It's
it's
the
going to go
first time
today.
we've all gotten together ever. It's the first meeting of all the rejects, and Greg is
and I have
speaking
to have a big meeting today.
articulately.
And I have lost steam.
He's lost the plot. Do you have coffee or something?
As someone who's been talking a lot about improving communication,
I've gotten
I have-
better. In the top of the stream, I was like, I'm a little tired. And now I'm like
Yeah.
fucking firing all cylinders.
I feel like all week I've had to have a long conversation with everyone. I've been like, I've been killing this game.
yeah.
And then my brain is running out of steam. I need like actual food.
Hold strong to 7 o'clock. Go get it. Throw a couple bucks at Gelson's.
I just need a half hour at 4 p.m. and I'm good.
Got
I'll
this.
just lay back.
Power up.
Francisco Moro. Yeah, I think Rogue would be a fantastic solo movie actually because I love the tragedy behind her.
The just not being able to touch someone is so alienating.
Like she would view herself as a villain. You know, she
Yeah.
would be that mutant who thinks this is why people hate mutants.
and
you
starting
know?
her as a villain gives her a more authentic arc. Like it feels more like the character. And she never got to be that, really.
I think it would be kind of the intention of how they probably wanted Ghost to be portrayed in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Of like,
didn't
oh,
quite
she's
work.
not really a villain, but she's got these powers that are kind of out of control. And of course, you would cast, obviously Taylor Swift.
Obviously.
Obviously Taylor Swift.
I think Julia Garner would be a good Rogue.
Or Taylor Swift.
Or Taylor Swift.
I think that'll finally get women to watch comic stuff, right?
Oh, I think Taylor Swift's
Right.
got a Deadpool. Taylor
Right.
Swift's.
I just think
think
finally women will know what a comic thing
I
is.
think
and
Dazzler-
then maybe women can direct comic book stuff.
Dazzler and Deadpool
And then
Wolverine's gonna
maybe
change
my
the game.
man brain won't be scared of vaginas anymore
Oh, and that's
when I
how
know
we
they're
fix
behind
equality.
that when I'm watching a movie and I'm like, woman directed this.
Are you ready for Deadpool to
Oh,
solve sexism? It's
no.
coming.
Oh no.
Dazzler, Taylor Swift in the commercials.
All
Bring
right,
the
ladies
women.
and gents, it is 1:30 p.m.
Is it?
So I have to make sure we are on time,
Mm.
and I clearly need a meal with
A nap, a meal.
something with protein to get some brain power going.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go through all the super chats, of
We
course.
promise.
I'm just gonna turn them off so that no one can contribute anymore, and while YouTube gives their horrifying message.
Do you want to do this? Its implications are brash. I understand the implications of this action. And goodbye.
Now we refresh. I just need more water.
That's a thing in life. Hydration.
You feel the brain.
Yeah.
Boy. But really quick, let's read his last Streamlabs. Elliot Patrick, Kitty Pride. Let's do it. Ooh, here we go. We got a couple here. Okay. Oh, wrong button, Coy.
It's going great. There it is. There. Oh, pivot. Good.
Pivot.
Pivot. Pivot. Samil, Boston, represent. Much love.
Hey, Coy.
Hey.
Have you read the new Cody Ziegler Deadpool run? It's absolutely marvelous.
See what you did there.
And can't wait for the next issue. Also, can't wait for the Blood Hunt arc. I opted in for the Red Band edition. I do love some gore. Do you plan to read it? It is going to be on F4.
Okay, I don't understand the end of that. Red Band edition.
F4, Fantastic Four.
But he's talking about Deadpool.
He's talking about the F4 button on a keyboard.
Oh,
He's talking about F4, the game.
Oh, I'm lost. Fallout 4? Is that it? I don't know what's happening.
Don't
I
understand the
have read
reference.
Cody Ziegler's Deadpool, and I did enjoy it. I've only read the first issue. I think that's where we're at. I thought it was fun. I do think I've enjoyed the debut issues from Brian Posehn and Jerry Duggan, as well as Joe Kelly a little bit more tonally, but I think this is a good start. And then Blood Hunt over in Blade has been pretty fantastic.
And he also says, I'm going to talk X-Men 97 spoilers here, so get ready, guys. We're going to spoil X-Men 97 for all you, because we got the ending of the last episode, and we're going to tell everyone.
Yeah, the finale up here.
I asked Boyd DeMayo on Twitter, who Coy interviewed right here on this channel, and met at WonderCon.
That was Jake.
That was Jake Dex Castellano.
You said it with such confidence. I was like, did I?
Oh, Boyd DeMayo.
He's the
Boyd DeMayo is
showrunner.
the controversial.
Right.
on
Jake
Twitter.
is the head director, who was a
My bad.
delight.
My bad. We need food, everyone. It's actually Kevin is actually dead, and he'll come back via time travel. And he said he's dead. And wait, what?
I'm going to talk X-Men 97 spoilers here. I asked Bo
thanks,
DeMayo on
Coy.
Twitter if
Thanks,
Gambit is
that's why
actually
you're
dead,
here.
and he'll come back via time travel, but he said he's dead and won't be back. Could be bluffing, though. Anyway, Kiki Palmer Storm or Rogue, Greg needs love. Okay, there's a lot going on in this message. One, Greg needs love, and
It's
water
one of the
and food and
6 human needs. So yeah, I would say I need some love.
Yeah, he needs it to be conscious and articulate. Bo DeMayo could be misleading you. I think he stays dead the rest of this season, though. I think he'd come back next season. But I do think the weight of that funeral was like pretty strong. I think Gambit did. I think he did a great job building him up to kill him because like we all like loved Gambit. So I think it's got some weight to it. And I personally don't see Kiki Palmer as Storm because I think the goddess element of Storm is
Storm should be white.
obviously.
Storm should be
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron is from Africa. Make her.
That's what I'm talking about. Bringing it full circle.
Again, I couldn't even finish that one. But I don't see Kiki Palmer as like goddess energy. Between the two, she has more of a rogue vibe, that fun Southern Belle, like fun energy. Whereas I want Storm to have just this like powerful presence to her, and I've just never seen Kiki play that, so I don't see her as Storm.
Oprah Winfrey is Storm.
Yes.
Everyone gets thunder.
You get a thundercloud.
You get a
You get a thundercloud.
You get a lightning bolt.
Everybody gets a storm. I don't really like. I see Janelle Monáe as more Storm. That's actually who we used in the thumbnail in that video. Janelle Monáe is like such a goddess. I see who else?
Coleman Domingo.
Obviously, fantastic. What's the woman from the Cop Shop?
Nope.
It's a good movie. The girl from Cop Shop had a Storm energy too.
I've seen the show Cops.
Oh,
Yeah.
what you gonna do?
A lot of
What
black
you gonna do
people
when
on
they
there.
come for
They're
you?
never cops though.
Never cops. Never cops. Very not problematic show in hindsight. Didn't cause a lot of judgment. So yes, I personally do not see her as either, but that's just me.
I think we answered the question.
Yes, I hope
Joe
we did.
Biden for Storm.
Lupita is way more of a Storm. Lupita Nyong'o would be perfect, but she's quite in the Black Panther universe.
Or Denai Guerrero would be a fantastic Storm too.
But also very
also
in the MCU.
wonderful writer. I don't know a lot of people know about her.
Really?
Wonderful writer, yeah.
Huh, didn't know that.
She wrote this episode of the revival of the Walking Dead show that came back with her and Andrew Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
And she wrote this episode, and I was like raving about the writing, and,
Yeah.
and she wrote it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Huh.
She's and then I looked it up, and she's actually like a playwright. I didn't know all this stuff about her.
That's cool. Good for her. I had no idea.
Yeah. G59 Stefan. Opinions on the phrase comic book movie fatigue? I'm feeling it right now. Do you think that it's really fatigue rather than the, in my opinion, recent comic book movies that seem rather uninspired? Movies like Doom Part 2 and Saltburn, Iron Claw, etc. seem very inspired and engaging. Opinions, love you. I think that I do think there's a bit of a fatigue in the sense of the not a fatigue. I don't think fatigue's the right word. Fatigue makes it sound like I'm sick of it. I want nothing to do with it. It's like, oh my God, I've had too much chicken. I don't want to eat more chicken, you know? It's more that I think we're more selective and it doesn't feel as special anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the exciting part about Deadpool is it actually feels something special and like a real event. And comic book movies and shows used to feel that way. Now now it's a normal thing that the specialty behind it has kind of withered away.
So it needs to be as quality as Dune, Saltburn, Ironclaw. Like that it has to be good and not just baseline comic.
But fatigue is such a dramatic label to put on it. You know,
yeah,
like,
I don't.
This
think...
movie only made $700 million, not $1 billion. There's the fatigue settling in.
Guardians made almost $1 billion. It's really weird. Also, the superhero fatigue thing. Everyone's talking about like, well, X-Men '97 isn't really MCU because it's taking place in that universe. And I was like, yeah, but it's a whole new writing team. It's a whole new under Marvel.
It's the most comic booky thing.
And then Deadpool, everybody's like, well,
television.
that's actually Fox. Like everyone's got this weird asterisk where they're like, the good stuff doesn't count, but the bad stuff counts twice. And like Guardians of the Galaxy, like, well, that's not really Phase 4 because it's tying into Phase 3. Like, no, it's
more of a James Gunn.
Yeah, like this asterisk bullshit. So I think we just need to focus on making the quality of any movie higher, not resting on the laurels of the thing it's based off of, which I think they had gotten away with for some properties, and now it's not novel, so we just need to make it good.
Yeah. You know, people are often so dramatic with their words, you know, and I think a lot of like words are the door to the emotion, I think, and a lot of the times we just get so heavy when we don't need to get heavy with words, and a lot of times it's a much more lighter label that we can put on things. But we need the clickbaits, and everyone's so dramatic. Everyone's so goddamn black and white about everything.
So insane.
So
we commodified everything, so now it has to be the biggest thing or the worst thing.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of the things of why I think Donald Trump, regardless of politics, applies a very basic public speaking rule of what made an impact. Whether you hate him or love him, he uses very dramatic words. You know, like, it is tremendous. It is the greatest. It is the best. You know, like he uses huge words.
Huge.
And so, and I think the world kind of does that when we're like, it's not fatigue, guys. There's clearly evidence that a lot of the time it's still killing it. But I'll give you that it's not as special because there's so much more. And when you get more of something, it's not special anymore. It's plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everyone needs to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I'm mad at everyone now.
Everybody sucks. Except us on camera.
Yeah, except we're good. We're the good ones.
Yeah, we're the good guys. That's how it works. As long as you know you're the good guy.
All right, here we go, Coy.
Ready.
Say on. Say on.
Say on. Come and we wanna go home.
Cut. Better cut.
Top 3 favorite blade.
Comic books. And did you hear the rumors of? It's good to have you back in the studio, Coy.
It's good to be back.
And did you hear the rumors
that
of?
Song went to translate it over Zoom.
It's better than having to like. What, there's a delay. Wait for.
Are you singing?
Wait,
1, 2, 3, play. It crashed. The camera turned off.
I think I lost you, Coy.
When it says it paused, is that a bad thing? I think it's a bad thing.
Top 3 favorite Blake comic books. Did you hear the rumors of what's the potential joining the Multiverse Saga? Love y'all. Hope y'all come to Dallas soon. Y'all popular here as we pick our noses and ride our cowboys and shoot our Magnum PIs up in the sky.
We're no longer
go
popular.
woohoo!
We are now
Ride it
banned.
up, cowboy.
We have been told to leave Dallas without entering. We are unwelcome in Dallas, Texas now. Top 3 Blade comic books. The current run is in my top 3. It's really good. There's a Blade annual from 2002 that I really love. And then I would say, hold on, let me just get a visual.
Oh, what a bitch move.
I know. I'm going to do it on camera.
What a bitch.
I want to make sure I had the annual right. So if someone's like, I want to read that annual he mentioned, and then like I had the year wrong because I'm only human. The Howard Chaykin run I loved. It's written by Mark Guggenheim, the Howard Chaykin run. It's only 12 issues, so it's really approachable. This one is only like 10 issues, the current art. And then, the Tomb of Dracula appearance with Marv Wolfman. Those are going to be my 3. Chaykin, Wolfman, current run. And Wesley Snipes I'm very excited about. I would love if he shows up as soon as Deadpool because the reason Ryan Reynolds even knows about Deadpool is because of Blade 3. On the set of Blade 3, he was playing Hannibal King so much like Deadpool, an executive literally handed him Deadpool comics and was like, you're already playing him like this anyway. And then the Hello Kitty joke in Blade 3 is because of Ryan loving the character in the comic books. So he was so much like the character that he added more to the character, and then that's what got him Deadpool down the line. It's a huge 25-year saga, but Blade is largely responsible for us getting this movie. It'd be great if he shows up in this movie.
Yeah, dude. I think it would be great if we got Wesley Snipes back. From my understanding, he needs the money.
Yeah.
So give him the money.
Dude, everything he's done since he got out of prison has been amazing. Like, his IMDb is like... I love Wesley
I
Snipes.
wouldn't say everything.
What didn't he like?
Well, let me pull up my phone.
Okay, just check.
I know it's a bitch move.
But is there actually a thing?
Yeah. I'm sure there is. Just give me a second.
All right, just check it out.
Second.
It's both
Do we like Expendables 3?
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
And he was all the talk, right?
Yeah. Koi is your favorite? No, because the internet song. Mine is Flight of the Navigator. Ooh, because the internet song.
The next live event will be at Koi's backyard.
I'm excited for the people to see where I live because that'll make me feel very safe.
Yeah, I know Dane Cook did that for his latest stand-up special.
Did he?
Yeah, he just brought people to his backyard.
That's insane.
Put a drone over his head. Look how fucking rich I am from
That
all that
is-
shit I did years ago.
That is terrifying. Mine is either, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go with my first instinct was 3005. 3005 is my favorite. I think it's a beautiful message that is on the surface a love story, and then if you actually get into the lyrics, it's about leaving the world better than you'll ever see it. Like the concept of planting a tree that you'll never see grow. 3005 is about loving someone until 3005, so eternal love, but it's also about making the world better for a time that you won't get to reap the benefits. And I think one of the things that humans can do is do things that aren't for their lifetime. They need to fix things for their children and grandchildren. And the song is about loving one person, but it's about loving love as a whole and bettering humanity. And I think it's a really beautiful song.
That's why I don't want kids.
I want
Because then
so
I have
many
to have
kids.
responsibilities.
I want so many.
Mustafa Jav,
So many kids.
real rejects lore question. When? I really tried going, what word is that? When did the Koya's racist joke start and why?
When did that start?
It must have been
It was before
when
Anya,
you
which is ironic.
must have been when you weren't here.
Yeah, probably. Like I was probably
you probably weren't on camera, and I
to
probably
defend
made
myself.
You probably weren't at. I probably made a joke about it just to like someone brought you up. And
Yeah.
Maybe you missed a midnight shoot.
Maybe like it was episode 3 of a series.
Yeah, and I just started it.
And here we are, navigating that to this day.
And people think I'm only mean to John.
Yeah. My jabs are cancellation inducing.
Earlier, I said I throw hot coffee on Roxy's face.
He's mean to everybody.
I
He's
mean to
CEO.
everyone. Equal treatment around here.
That's important.
Marcos Santos. Thank you, Marcos. Are you going to watch the Knuckles series? We actually got asked this question earlier.
People are very
I
curious about our
honestly
opinion.
totally missed that it was out.
Yeah, is it episodic or is it all binge?
I think it's all binge. I do have Paramount Plus, so I have a reason to watch it.
Could.
I could watch it. See, the problem is with this channel, and it's a real serious problem that I feel like people in starving countries cannot possibly identify with how
Just
difficult
the sheer
it is.
amount of content.
Just the amount of, oh my God, do I just watch this on my own and enjoy it?
Man.
Or do I film a reaction?
Do I commodify this art like I
and
have to?
provide commentary?
Or do I just enjoy it?
I didn't know what hardship was
Until you had to make that decision every day.
until this consistent pickle I'm in.
I mean, it is a pickle.
And it's a real tough life. People want to be YouTubers, not when you understand all the work that goes into it.
This temperature-regulated studio we are in is such a strife because Greg hasn't had his daily salad,
I know, yeah.
and he is struggling.
My $30 salad.
People need to understand what it's like to be us. I want to watch it,
Frankly,
maybe, but like
it's a big maybe.
big maybe. I didn't.
I'm not gonna lie. No one here has got me excited about it. Everyone's always like, "Yeah, it's all right."
I've been really having trouble with like long form. Like I just haven't been enjoying most of the shows that are like the hit shows. Like I didn't like Fallout, and I gave up.
We don't really like hate watching things, so I
No.
noticed that when it comes to this channel, unless we're willing to hate watch something like a show that's already debuted everything, people don't really care to watch our videos for
Because
it.
they have already watched all of it.
Well, they don't care unless it's like a show that that is like, oh, people love this one, and you guys should watch it, and we'll want to hear you talk about why.
Right.
Or if it, but then you have like a weekly show. If it's a weekly show that's big, and if an episode ends up being shit, they'll still watch it because it's a weekly show.
Also, like
But if
weekly
it's
show,
something like Knuckles, it's different.
conversation can happen. There's
Yeah.
no time to have a conversation about binge stuff.
Yeah, but when it comes to like Knuckles, which seems to have a very lukewarm response, I would say, it is not something that I feel is going to be of much interest for people and just a massive commitment. All right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta I gotta factor that in. Unfortunately, I've been chewing gum this whole time. I hate when people do that.
You
I
are
just realized that.
just
Ow.
chomping into the mic.
Sorry, guys. I quit vaping.
It's way healthier.
That's why I'm losing
Can deal with it.
losing my brain cells.
Yeah.
I need all that smoke.
Wait, is gum bad for brain cells?
No, the smoke and nicotine. I need to fill my noggin.
Yeah. It's a good habit. Gum's a good habit. That's good.
Stop it, job. With Bethesda's TV success, I'd love to see a Starfield Mantis prequel spin-off. Thoughts? Coy, take it away.
I do not know any of those.
Coy,
words.
take it away.
What's the Starfield Mantis?
Coy, I swear to God, what are you doing here? If you're not going to talk about Bethesda, the company behind Fallout,
Mantis.
them doing the Starfield Mantis prequel, why are you not excited about it?
Starfield
Why can't you provide commentary here? You're
don't
doing
know
the
what
live stream. You're the main advertised person on the channel
Wait,
for,
you watched
for this live
Fallout.
stream. Did you not?
I didn't like it. I got 3 episodes in and gave up.
Whoa.
Didn't connect to any characters. Didn't really care about the world.
Wow. Unpopular opinion.
I'd saved 7 hours. by not
Mr.
watching.
I believe in Kraven the Hunter, but can't get on board for Fallout.
If you give me a binge show and you want it to be all consumed while it's popular for those 72 hours and it's not immediately gripping, I'm out. Like,
It was probably for like 2 weeks. Which is
You know what, X was
actually
popular for
kind
10
of
weeks.
like a high benchmark for,
Which is
for a
insane.
streaming show.
I'm glad
Pretty high.
people loved it. I just couldn't connect. I didn't really care about anybody. And like I didn't really find
Wow.
the humor wasn't really my thing, and like the world building wasn't investing enough.
You
And
know
like
why? It's because Coy's racist.
who's in what's race is not isn't she
Black
white?
guy in there.
What black guy? Oh,
Oh,
like
he
he's the
couldn't even remember the black
guy that they hit his face in the stormtrooper outfit. Yep. Yep, that guy. Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, is Walton Goggins a race that I don't know?
Yeah. Cool.
Guys, there's better things to watch. I got a lot of movies to watch. I got a lot of stuff to watch. I just started Peaky Blinders. I'm watching it. I like that way better.
Coy, you just lost all the goodwill.
Yeah. That's okay. This proves I don't like everything. Guys, Fallout, not my thing.
Yeah, for an opinion to get lost in the middle of a 2-hour live stream.
Yeah, I dropped it 95 minutes in. Oh, yeah. Hashtag Kraven the Hunter, December 13th.
Needless to say, I don't think Coy's excited about the Starfield Mantis prequel, and I'm sorry.
I didn't know what it was.
No refunds. I don't know anything about it. Should probably always specify the no refunds rule.
Yep,
You know,
because I don't know about
and
Bethesda.
little text,
Uh-huh.
little tiny text.
Yep,
And there should be
no
like a real
refunds.
rejects customer service number for you, Mustafa. Go like,
Just a telemarketer number,
so,
though.
like it says there in the fine print.
I'm so sorry.
The Daily Schwab. I actually feel really bad about that. I feel so bad. I try to like
He's
make
like,
it-
I'm going to make a joke. He's like,
I
actually,
try to make a joke about it and be like, maybe I'll make something fun out of it. But then, to be honest with you, when people ask a question after they've contributed money
We
in a
feel
super
awful.
chat, and I'm like, oh, I have no idea how to answer this.
Mustafa Job,
I
if you put
often
something in the
feel
live
bad.
chat, we'll answer it. Out of that's a refund. Another question will get you.
The Daily Schwab. He says, hey, yo, fellas. Hey,
Wait, say hey.
do you guys think we get James
We got to make
Marsden?
that joke twice. Didn't expect it.
Do you guys think we get James Marsden and Cyclops? Yes, 1,000%. And Halle Berry Storm, I think her and Hugh Jackman get along wonderfully. So I think if anyone were to make that call and make it happen, I feel like Hugh Jackman would be the one to call in that favor for more than just a quick scene in Deadpool and Wolverine. There's a moment, okay, on Days of Future Past, I know Hugh Jackman and his wife were married forever. You know, they were married for quite a well, not forever because they're divorced, but they were married for a very like an obnoxiously long time, and especially in Hollywood. And there's this outtake in Days of Future Past where Wolverine's leaving, and then he just lands a huge fat kiss on Halle Berry.
Yeah.
And I'm there going because like there's no scene in the movie where they're required to kiss or they're supposed to kiss. He just does it as a joke, and I'm there going like, you know, I know they're actors,
But man, that looks real.
but damn, I wouldn't be cool with that. Like,
Yeah, especially not in the script.
yeah, you're just like improvising a huge kiss with her right now.
But after
a joke.
and especially after Swordfish, good call, Mike Colton.
Yeah.
I love Halle Berry, and so I love how much she loves Storm. Like she was, they tried to trick Halle Berry into coming back for movies by writing Storm scripts and basically like luring her in because she loves the character. So her dedication to the character makes me hope they'd give her a nice send off because she didn't really get one. So I would like that. I just don't know if it'll happen. But I think Marsden is almost definite. Halle Berry's a maybe.
I think Marston's 100% coming in.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Marston doesn't come back. That would surprise me more.
Yeah,
It would
same.
surprise me more, yeah. McNolite. If they ever recast, thank you, McNolite. If they ever recast T'Challa, Damson Idris would be a great choice. I think you need to bulk up, though. Also, who are your blue Marvel fan cast?
Damson Idris. I do not know this man.
Cool, let's slow this down.
Okay.
What is Blue Marvel?
Blue Marvel is a fantastic character that is in the Ultimates. I talked about a little while ago. He's one of the smartest men in the world. He's got a intellect like Reed's, like he's a Reed Richards level smart, and he can turn his body into energy. So he is very powerful, but also intelligent as hell. And he's kind of like Mr. Terrific. Blue Marvel fan cast, Denzel Washington. I think Denzel is very articulate. I think he's very commanding. I think he could say dialogue that is like densely scientific, and he'd be like, "Tell me more."
Or Kanye West.
Obviously, Kanye West. Articulate, intelligent.
And he would stick to the lines.
Definitely wouldn't improv. Yeah, those
I'm
are my
going to
picks.
change this whole damn script.
I'm the lead of this movie. His new song with Childish Gambino is fire, though. There's been a bunch of Childish Gambino leaks of his new album. He's been doing, Gilga Radio? Childish Gambino's been making a radio station every week and playing leaks from the new track, but like a whole hour and a half of songs, but only like a couple new songs. And he's got a new song with Kanye. Incredible. He's invested.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
If it's not Taylor Swift, I'm
He's
zoning you
like, I
out.
don't know what you're talking about. Eminem, Taylor Swift, end of music.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I care about. I've seen Red Hot. But yeah, I don't know that Damson Idris guy. He looks talented. I saw a couple stills from shows and was like, that man's acting. I don't know him, so I
Coleman Domingo
can't really. As Blue Marvel.
as T'Challa.
Oh, all right.
I love Coleman Domingo.
What have? Well, I haven't seen him in anything. I've seen him be like on red carpets. but
Euphoria?
Didn't watch it.
Great show. Fear the Walking Dead?
Don't like Walking Dead.
Okay. The Color Purple, the musical?
Didn't see it.
Always racist.
Coleman Domingo.
Samuel, maybe the joke came from truth. Samuel Badenfeld, thank you. How do I convince you to react to Hit Monkey? You don't have to do much work. I will do it. I'm going to be reacting to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, I want to
It's
react
so
to it.
funny.
I want to react to it because
Hell yeah.
I haven't. Oh, Hit Monkey. I was thinking of Monkey Man.
I was like, what? You're going to watch a show from 3 years ago on Hulu?
Oh, Hit Monkey.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a Marvel show that is very funny about John Wick basically as a monkey.
Oh, yeah. That's been asked about it before. Was that from you, Samil? I'm not sure. Maybe. We have to find some more shows to cover.
Do we?
Everyone here is, well, not you, but
yeah.
other people. Yeah. More midnight shows, Coy.
Oh, God.
Really mess with your life schedule.
Yeah,
Come in the
I
afternoon
just
and
want to
come back
wake
at
up
midnight.
and go to the gym, but nope, not anymore. I've got to sleep all day.
Well, think about it. There's your answer.
It's funny.
Normac. Yeah, hippo. Sorry, Samil. I didn't mean to excite you like
It's
that.
like, oh, I'm definitely doing that. Oh, no, not the thing I thought it was. The other monkey thing.
Thank you, Normac. The Daily Schwab back at it. I have one more. Do you guys think Cyclops will actually get a prominent role in the rebooted X-Men projects from the MCU? He's always been my favorite.
I think they have to. I think that Cyclops, especially after X-Men 97, people are seeing who Cyclops actually is. He's a leader of the X-Men. He's one of the best tacticians in all of Marvel. Like, he's one of the best military minds in the MCU.
Especially when Glenn Powell is playing
Dude,
him.
I want that so bad.
You know Glenn Powell's going to play him.
I want it so bad.
That is one where Glenn Powell should play him.
That's another of the new fan cast.
Glenn Powell's like perfect
He
casting.
is Cyclops.
He's perfect casting.
Commanding, haircut, right build. It's all there.
Coleman Domingo.
Coleman Domingo.
Coleman Domingo as Cyclops.
From those things that I've seen.
Coleman Domingo would actually be a great Professor X. He's got like what's funny is I heard him in an interview. It actually doesn't sound like how the voice he normally puts on. The voice
really?
he puts on usually has this really strong, like rhythmic baritone type of voice. Like it exudes this like deepness. It's really great. That's why a lot of people thought he would be like a great King the Conqueror. But he's actually got a much like I don't know how to put it, like a little bit more of a expressive, flamboyant voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's really like a theater guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense. So he's got that
Yeah.
like stage whimsy.
Yeah. So like the kind of the shock when you're like, that's what Hugh Jackman talks like.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Derek Nell. Why is John always so mean to everyone? Why is John always so mean to everyone? Well, he's got a lot of insecurities, and he's constantly taking them out on other people. So really, we all understand that, like, John, we know that you feel less than, and you are taking that feeling out on us. So
We just deal with it.
we'll forgive you. We know it's not personal, and frankly, his insults suck.
Yeah.
So we just laugh about
So
it,
mean.
and we double down,
Yeah.
spit in his coffee.
It's going to be a good meeting today.
It's gonna be a great meeting today.
Very excited for it.
Oh, I have to invite him.
Oh, you
You
did say all the rejects. He might notice and be bad. I mean, I'm a little sad.
was
now.
he in the email?
I didn't say his name. Not in the group chat. Should let John know.
Well, he's not necessary.
Nah, it's okay. It's fine.
Mick No Light, MC No Light. Best guess on who opened the portal and where Deadpool and Wolverine are going? People are saying the Endgame battle. That would be excessive. I didn't really expect to see Eldritch magic in this film, so I'm kind of stumped. Is that the word the kids say now?
Kind of stomped. I don't know. I'm not Gen Z.
I'm stumped.
It's fun. I like
You
that.
mean stumped?
Stoked?
I don't know how you get that many letters wrong.
Stomped? I don't. I like that as an expression. Never heard it.
Stumped would be like
Yeah, like ooh, is it happening?
Stumped.
Stomped feels like, oh, I got flattened by excitement. Stomped.
Yeah.
I'm leveled.
Stomp with the promp romp.
Not Eminem.
Clomp.
By way of what's his name. I don't think they're going to Endgame. I think that would be too much casting. I do think it's going to be an iconic moment from the MCU, and I do think it might even be a new universe. I think that might be a scene that could even be from the post-credit scene where they introduce like a whole new world. But I don't think it's Endgame.
That's a great specific guess.
I think the end is going to be starting a new. I think it could be going to Battleworld. I think it could be going into Secret Wars. I think it could be going into.
But the portal moment?
Yeah.
You think it's going to go to like something bigger for the future?
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to go to like, I think they're going to be like hopping through like cinematic universe stuff.
Oh, I think they're definitely doing that during, but I think the big moment is going to be a portal jump into a big new thing. I think they'll end new.
I think it's a tease to not go to one location, but they're going to be.
Oh, there's going to be so many portal
I think
jumps.
they're going to be hopping around.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Jeff Carroll. Oh, damn. We got some super chats to finish. We got to be efficient. here,
Oh
Quan.
boy.
Thank you, Jeff. What are the odds you guys would make It's Cousin in Time shirts for the Reject Nation shop? Would buy one in a heartbeat. What is It's Cousin in Time?
Oh, that's a joke I made about when they cast Cousin. Have you watched The Bear?
No.
Okay, The Bear's exceptional. The guy they cast as the Thing is he says cousin a lot. Like that's how they. It's a note of Philly familiarity or Chicago, affection. And I said like, oh, it's Cousin in Time because he says it's Clobber in Time, the Thing, and then I said it's Cousin in Time. It's a The Bear, Fantastic Four collabo joke.
Well, the cost of what it comes out of my wallet to pay for the shop,
That you didn't understand the joke.
and then producing the shirt,
Got to sell
for the artist,
2 to 3 shirts.
to do all that, I would need to
Good joke.
sell quite a lot of those shirts in order to make it, in order to break even on this Cousin in Time. It's not a likely option right now. Jeff
joke.
Carroll's following up with, we're going to go back and just read through the 2 to 3. Any advice on breaking into the film industry besides acting or podcasting? Well, as two people who have not really broken into the film industry outside of podcasting or
Left
YouTubing,
the film
not sure we are the qualified people to give you said advice.
Yeah.
Other than, don't quit is what the main thing I hear is. Don't quit. I feel like with any goal in life, that's kind of like the main objective. Know why you do it. Stick hard to those reasons. Really flesh out those reasons, and then you proceed. And then you learn about yourself along the way, because life gives to those who earn and deserve versus those who just want and need. So that's, I think, first and foremost important, more than the how, but the why. And I think too many people get focused on the how and not enough of the why. So whatever you do in life, that is the first most important thing, and I feel like that's applicable for this question. And trust me, that is more valuable than whatever the how is we tell you. Might be a dream with it being such a competitive industry, but wondering how to develop skills to start. Well, there's a lot of things. You can do like Skillshare is a great one. A lot of people just learn through Masterclass is a great program. The thing about today's world is tools for learning are at our disposal at any given corner.
And tools for creating.
And if you could be,
you can
just type it into an AI and it'll create it for you.
And then you're an actor. No, but like, I'm saying like filming with your phone, like when I was making shorts and making movies, it was still like mini DV cameras. And then getting like a 4K camera was crazy expensive. Or like doing anything that could be a visual enough that it didn't look cheap was crazy expensive. Now it's everything. So like create, like do whatever part of the industry you want to do, make stuff. And if you want to write. If you want to act. But but like create stuff and then people find it and then you know exist. So like just output.
I think find your natural talents. The key thing is play to your strengths, and then you develop skills. Talent and skill are different. Develop skill, and then you put it into action, and then repetition is the key to success. So you learn through that, you refine, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of people who are great filmmakers didn't even go to film school and such.
Yeah.
So you kind of just learn from like listening to interviews. You got to self-educate yourself. You got to be self-disciplined. I don't care what endeavor you're in. For those who really accelerate, you have to be self-educated and you have to self-discipline. And he's also saying, Coy, wearing my Wicked Smart shirt today for you. Currently living in Texas here, shooting my yeehaws up in the sky. For all that great advice.
All the goodwill.
Just gotta
bury it.
But my heart is still in my home state, your neighbor, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire kid. I respect and appreciate the Wicked Smart. If you're in that neighborhood, there is a decent amount of
gang violence.
Meth. But also Boston casting is pretty actively seeking, I'd say, smaller things there. I think a lot of people try to be an extra in big Boston films, and that can get you set experience. And that's super valuable. Like knowing terminology, knowing what it's like on a set, just being around. But don't expect being an extra to turn into a speaking role. I think a lot of extras fall into like the hope they'll be like Brad Pitt, and only Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt. So
it's a cat, but
I
it
was
was
like
your
me.
foot.
I was like, hey. But I'd say like getting on set and then also trying to do smaller films through Boston casting, doing stuff in the city. If you're that close to New Hampshire, that could be a good opportunity.
No, man, I do accents not because I'm tired and hungry. It's because I'm talented. There's a difference.
Obviously. That's the answer.
Francisco Moro. Coy Greg thought Cyclops going dark in season 2.
I think he's going to go dark in this last arc. I think we're going to get the Cyclops is right. Cyclops. I think he's going to be a bit of a...
Cyclops is all right.
Cyclops is all right. I think Cyclops is going to be more of a, a radical. He's going to be a little bit more aggressive, and I think it's going to be interesting to see that taking the character. I think it's happening now.
He's going to say words like terrific, bigly. It's going to be awesome.
Huge.
I got the greatest laser beams.
The most concussive blast you've ever seen. You've ever seen.
That'd be great.
I did not cheat on you with your twin. I thought it was you. I swear to God.
Steph M. Hey, Steph, good to see you back here. What are your thoughts on Eternals? Loved it. Oh, my God. Eternals is the best MCU movie. I wish Coy would agree with me on that.
I love Eternals so much that Chloe shared my video about Eternals on her socials because I defended it's all the one guy. She was like, one guy likes it. I'm gonna find this. No, but I love that movie very loudly. It's in my top third of the MCU.
I love this.
This is what I want, cinema. I was doing another show. Greg loves when I plug other shows. I was doing Christian Harloff's Capes and Cowls. And basically said, like, I think they should go back to focusing on directors being able to make creative choices in their movies instead of one universal palette.
No.
And I saw someone comment, like, no, the problem is Kevin Feige. He needs to be more overseeing stuff. You can have creative directors and Kevin Feige shaping a world, but you still should have directors with vision make those movies. I think Chloe Zhao made a movie with vision, and I think that movie is very special, and it just... I think in 10 years, it'll be one of those things where, like, it takes 3 months for Twitter to hate a movie. I think it takes 10 years for people to love a thing. I think Eternals will find its audience. I think it's spectacular.
I think if more directors change their vision to meet how Kevin Feige sees it, then their vision would be good.
That's how you do it. You got to mold yourself to what other people want.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah.
MC No Light is not Gen Z, so we don't know about stomping.
Timmy Fitzmaurice.
Just
moment of
kindness.
silence. We need more super chats like that, especially when we have to wrap up.
What an angel.
Thank you, Timmy. That's a great super chat. See this, guys? This is your canvas to paint on right here. Beauty. Chad Mason. Thank you, Chad Mason. Question for Coy. Isn't Greg awesome?
Are you Greg?
I must be Greg.
Is Greg
awesome? Now it's confusing me. Because now I'm
Greg
like,
awesome?
Are you talking about me, Greg?
Is there someone named Greg
Or
Awesome?
is there someone with 2 first names both being Greg? Because that's stupid.
Greg.
Clearly his parents didn't respect him.
No.
Dumbass.
Greg.
Parents.
I think Greg is awesome. I don't know if Greg is awesome. But, yeah, Greg's awesome. Except for the branding and the coffee throwing and the, thinking I'm racist.
But that builds character.
makes us all stronger. Every reject has endured the gauntlet.
You overcome resilience.
We
You build
overcome resilience. We don't get
strength.
resilience. We get through resilience. We don't have it anymore. We've overcome it.
Yeah, quit vaping quick. Timmy Fitzmaurice. Oh, here it is. Oh, never mind. He wasn't being kind, but he did send in more.
Wow, that is extra kind.
Yeah, that's actually
Timmy Fitzmaurice?
That's kinder.
Yeah.
I forgot to send my message, but who is Bastion and what comic did he star in? I'll take this. If you really want a good deep dive on who Bastion is, Koi did a video on his solo channel breaking down who Bastion is, and it's like 10 to 12 minutes long. I'll tell you, I wasn't familiar with this character, and now I know even less. Not worth your time.
Real messy, convoluted.
And it's the whole time like, get to the point, bro.
Yeah, just rambling.
Get to the point.
Don't even really.
All you've done is recap the episode. You haven't even told me who Bastion is.
I just read actually other scripts.
I don't know anything about him furthermore, but I feel like if you really want to know who he is,
Don't watch that video.
don't watch that video.
Won't help you.
Maybe go watch our review where he explains it in our Real Rejects video. But no, seriously, it's actually a really well done video. And Koi spent like 12 hours editing a video
Yeah, it's like 5.
that I could have edited in a half hour.
You got to show me because it was embarrassing. I shot it in 20 minutes and then I edited it for 5 hours. I am so bad at editing. If you guys, the speed at which I talk, inverse that. That's how I edit. I'm like, your grandma edits faster than me. So every video you see on my YouTube page took me all fucking day. All day.
Some people's grandmas are dead.
She edits better than me.
Okay. Well, then the statement should have been my grandma edits better than me.
No, the dead grandparents edit better than me.
Oh, okay.
They're
All right.
decomposing and just sliding
Well,
the mouse around.
Some people might have had a recent grandma death, so I have to be like a little careful on the language
well,
here,
if
man.
she edited recently before she died, it was better than my recent edits. So thanks, Granny. Crushing it.
Can you give a 30-second explanation on
So since they sent 2.
Yeah.
Bastion, in short, is a combination of the Master Mold, which is the giant Sentinel creating Sentinel we've seen them fight in this season of X-Men 97, as well as Nimrod. Nimrod is an alternate timeline, very futuristic, advanced Sentinel, and in the event of the explosion of the Master Mold, it fused into this character, Bastion, who is a very humanoid-esque, very advanced Sentinel. He wants to turn basically humans into Prime Sentinels, and he's able to do a lot of manipulation of the X-Men through his ties into the government, into his ability to manipulate people through his high intelligence, and he's actually a key member of the Friends of Humanity and stuff. In the episode, you see this OZT, that stands for Operation Zero Tolerance, which is a very iconic comic line wherein he is basically able to, because of the events of Onslaught, that's longer conversations in that video, but because of the events of another thing, Xavier gives himself up, and then he invades the X-Mansion, gets all of the info about all the X-Men, and starts decimating them. So he's a very powerful villain, very big bad. I think they're going to combine the events of Operation Zero Tolerance with the Ease for Extinction storyline and turn that into a big finale for these last 3 episodes. But Bastion, in short, is a super Sentinel humanoid intelligent creation that in this continuity I think Mr. Sinister helped fill the body of.
That's a fantastic explanation. Still don't feel like I know who he is. Johnny.
Comics are really linear. They're very simple.
How about a Marvel versus Capcom animated series? I think they would need to build the Capcom universe first in order for that to pay off. But I don't see why they haven't tried. I mean, there was a Street Fighter anime series that was freaking awesome. But I think that the Capcom world does lend itself to being a cinematic universe. It's really cool. There's a lot of things in Capcom that would be awesome to see brought.
And it's been so cool to see those movies animated, so I'm down.
And Marvel vs. Capcom is essentially Capcom versus X-Men.
Yeah.
Really what it's for.
Also, make another one of those games for PS5. That's what they need to do. Make that the story.
Marco Santos. Hey, you guys ever realize quirks from My Hero Academia are like the X gene? Absolutely. I've thought of many X-Men inspirations from that.
MHA is a love letter to Western comics in the Eastern art style, and the creators talked about how much he loves Western comics. So I've always thought that the movies and shows here should actually take notes from MHA because they're doing X-Men in a really great long-form way. So 100% agree.
I love My Hero Academia. And it's a weird world, though, because they're like, hey, 80% of the population has quirks, but whenever you step out into the real world with the heroes,
everyone's dying.
Everyone's died, and no one seems like they got powers.
Yeah. The white guy talks so much because he had to explain 15 years in
Second,
comics.
I saw a negative comment, and I was like, oh, here it goes. Cool.
I'm just
gravitating
the
towards it like
pigeon.
a magnet.
I'm
You want to
just
get Koi's
seeing-
attention? Type something negative. Watch, guys.
As a white, I need to speak up because I need my voice heard as a colonizer. It's tradition. It is my heritage. So I've got to make sure other people know that I'm right.
David Solis, I appreciate you trying to send a super chat, but we stopped allowing the super chats to be. I gotta find a nicer way of saying that. I stopped. We currently
We're wrapping up the show and don't have time to get to all the super chats.
Yeah, so we said the hell with anyone else who wants to contribute to the super chats.
No
now.
one else's question matters.
Suck it.
Until next week.
And maybe
whenever.
tune in next week.
Yeah.
Want to make them more regular, and I'll figure
No
out.
specs on the memory card. Is that a bad thing?
They can still see us.
Okay.
It just stopped recording.
Got it.
I think we're out of space.
Yeah. Oh, it's the space. That makes more sense than specs.
David Solis, I would love animated or live action Batman Beyond as long as we can get Michael Keaton as old man Bruce Wayne.
It was supposed to happen. I would have loved that. I still think it should happen. I think that Flash might have hurt that potential, and Batgirl definitely did. But I would love to see Michael Keaton as, like, he's the perfect age right now for that. It would be amazing.
Coy made me make the joke.
Which joke?
I
Oh,
don't know.
oh, all right.
I think something that I said, and someone said, ouch, and I was like, oh, shit.
Did I hurt someone's feelings?
Temporarily disable super chats to catch up with the bunch we got.
Oh, but it's not temporary.
Okay, if it's not temporary. Okay, we disabled the super chats to catch so we can catch up and make sure we wrap up the live stream. Let me write this down.
We want to make sure we give everyone the time they deserve.
Because the way I've been saying it just sounds like rude.
Got notes.
We want to make I'm just saying
Wow.
exactly what I was saying earlier.
Also, the typing is impressive.
We disabled the super chats because we need to end the live stream, but we want to make sure we get through all the ones that were already sent in. That's a great way to say it. You guys are helping me improve my communication. That's how you say communication in Spanish.
Yeah, that's improved. The accent is top. Cam Plays also wants to know we're watching Knuckles. Apparently, people are watching Knuckles. Not us, but people. Do we do this every live stream? Yes, we do. We do flailingly try to phrase things better every live stream. We try to improve. We don't always, but we try.
Fat ass goddess. Did you already talk about the car with the fire design and Iron Man logo and the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer? Oh, maybe we see an Iron Man variant. Maybe Tom Cruise and Deadpool tells him, no one wants to see you.
That was pretty good, Ryan.
Thanks. It's me doing my John Bailey doing Ryan.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, nice. He's good.
Sometimes you get to do an impression, you hear someone else does an
You're
impression.
like, oh, that's how you hit those
That's
notes.
how you do it because you watch them change their voice.
And you're like, oh, that's the magic.
Yeah.
John Bailey's very good at Ryan. I would love to see Tom Cruise because I know it'd be a huge pop, and I know he was apparently very close at some point rumored for Doctor Strange. And I think it'd be funny if he made fun of the Deadpool. If Deadpool made fun of the Doctor Strange cameos by being like, oh, we actually got Tom Cruise as Iron Man. Like, I'd love to see a cheeky Tom Cruise Iron Man cameo.
Let's bounce our boobs, Coy. Thank you to everyone who bought this.
Wow, that really.
To me, my Walkman
the
shirt.
white shirt makes it real like.
Now I gotta be able to go fast, bro.
Oh, yeah,
like the Terry
The
Crews.
one at a time.
Terry Crews rhythm, yeah. Oh, yeah, if I could do
It's
that.
hard, man. The speed round, the drumming. It's like Whiplash, but for tits.
Nick Alexander, have you read Identity Crisis by Brad Meltzer? No, but I've seen the movie Identity, directed by James Mangold.
Starring John Cusack.
And I love Brad Garrett, who played Ray Romano's brother on Everybody Loves Raymond.
It's an identity on a Brad.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting.
Yeah.
I have read Identity Crisis by Brad Meltzer. It is a very dark DC comic that I think is very good. I think it handles a lot of very sensitive subject matter in a way that's actually furthering the story, but it's very controversial, very intense. But I was one of my first DC comics in my, I think I was a teenager, to get me back into DC because I'd fallen off a little bit. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Corey's Common Quarter saved the real reason. I love that. I was intentionally doing that.
Yeah, Corey's Common Quarter.
Quarter.
I didn't respond. I didn't.
Oh,
You called me out.
I know, but you responded to the first one. Jen Fripps. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Jen. Hey, Greg and Coy.
Hey.
It's been a while since I've been able to catch a live
Hey,
stream, man.
Tony Montana, man.
Just wanted to say hi.
Hey.
I hope you both are doing well.
Hey, thanks, Jen.
Thank you, Jen. Hope
Appreciate
you're
it.
doing well. You look like you got a handsome fella in there. Or is that your son?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Can't tell.
Could be your son.
Great jawline.
But
Either
you
way,
look
compliment.
way too young to be that man's
Yeah.
mother. My
I
God.
would assume that's not the situation.
'Cause you are beautiful, and so is he. He is beautiful. Can I watch you guys make out? Oh shit!
Got to react to it.
I just knew I should have got
That's the new.
food.
That's the new channel. It's just Greg will
Watching people make out. Greg watches the subscribers make out.
Fresh content. New.
All right, so today we're looking at
playlist.
Jen Fripps and her boyfriend making out today.
Here we are. Well, this poor woman was like, "I'm gonna say something nice," and we're like, "That's gonna."
We're
gonna mutilate that. We're gonna turn that into a weird thing.
There we go.
Now I'm hungry, so the brain is also
I'm
rotten.
hungry for some tongue.
Some making out.
Francisco Moro. Greg!
Hey!
Coy Deadpool through Twist Taylor Swift equals Lady Deadpool. That'd be awesome. I did
I
Taylor
think Blake Lively is gonna be Lady Deadpool, and I think Taylor Swift's
nepotism.
gonna be Dazzler.
Nepotism.
Taylor Swift is Dazzler. It's a musician that uses like her power to make lights from sound. That'd be amazing.
Not my favorite.
Dazzler.
Not my favorite.
I want it.
No.
Taylor Swift is Dazzler.
Taylor Swift should be Wolverine.
That's the new MCU. The MCU is cast Taylor Swift as Wolverine.
Women would finally watch comic book movies.
Taylor Swift is X-23.
And then maybe Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think Taylor Swift has to be in it.
She has the power.
By this point.
She's friends with everyone making it. Like, and it's the power of Taylor Swift is going to make it $1 billion movie by herself.
That's the beautiful thing about Taylor Swift. As long as you like her, she's everyone's friend.
I think she seems great.
She's my friend.
I don't even know her music, but how she treats her crew is so great. Like, I am such a fan of who she is as a person.
When
like,
I saw her movie, I know she was singing right to me the whole time.
That's how it feels when Harry Styles sings to me. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm just a diehard Harry.
Someone's breaking a lot more records.
When his tour, he set the precedent for this modern touring madness.
Oh, love being artistry. Finally got their super chat. Love you guys. Been here since 2016.
Whoa!
What do you think will be the biggest superhero movie of 2025?
Christian Unpronounceable made a really funny joke. Said Taylorine, and I wanted to give her credit. 2016 is 8 years ago. 2025.
It's 1 year from now.
Yeah, but it's got a lot. I think Superman is probably gonna be the biggest.
You think Superman Legacy will be the biggest?
Superman, it's just called Superman now. It's like the Facebook. You go to the it's cleaner. It's Superman.
Ah, stupid.
I think Thunderbolts is not gonna be as big.
It should be called Superman. Henry Cavill's not in it.
I mean, that'll make sure the
I think that
Snyder fans get a
would
bit cleaner.
make sure we clear things up.
Superman, and then I don't even know what would be second.
Are there other movies coming out?
There's 4 Marvel movies.
What? There are 4?
4.
What 4 movies?
February we get Cap 4. A few months later in the summer we get Thunderbolts. A few months later we get Blade, and then
It's gonna be Blade.
Blade is not gonna be bigger than Superman.
Blade's gonna be way bigger than Superman.
I don't think so.
Superman is never as big as we think it'll be. But Superman is never as big.
This time it might be. It's the OG and its actual method. Like, it's the DC hinges on this movie.
They had Christopher Nolan producing Man of Steel, and it wasn't as big.
That's because Zack Snyder made an Elseworld Superman. He never made Superman.
That's still.
Man of Steel, it didn't have Superman in the name because it wasn't Superman.
Superman Returns wasn't big.
That's true because they tried to make a 5th
The
movie.
Superman movies are never as big as they think they
I
are.
think it's gonna be the biggest. What's the 4th movie? Thunderbolts, Cap 4, Blade. There's one more.
What's the 4th movie? Fantastic Four.
Yes, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four will be the biggest movie. You think Superman will be bigger?
Superman,
Are you
Fantastic.
out of your fucking mind?
Superman,
Roy?
Fantastic.
There's no way Fantastic Four is going to be less money than Superman. Everyone's been dying for Fantastic Four to come out. It's 1,000%. Guys in the comments. Guys, do you think Superman will be bigger than Fantastic Four? I don't think so. I think Coy's full of shit right now. So, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Superman, Fantastic Four, Cap 4.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
That was intense.
Actually, did you see the Ryan Gosling SNL sketch where have you seen that?
Yeah, watch the whole episode. Which one?
The fiance one where he,
Oh, yeah.
he keeps whispering. Yeah.
I'm getting it. Dude, that SNL was so good.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling is too charming.
Him and Adam Driver are the 2 best hosts.
Oh, by a lot.
By like a large
That Beavis and
margin.
Butthead sketch, I could not keep my shit together. That was so funny to me.
Ryan Gosling is the best at like just showing how much fun he's having, and Adam Driver's the best at the commitment.
Yeah, Adam Driver believes his characters like he's doing
Adam
Shakespeare.
Driver never breaks. Yeah, he's
so
amazing.
good. By the way, the chat agrees with me.
Oh, you guys are out of your fucking minds.
Just saying. Superman. I think it's going to be the biggest Superman movie since Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, out of morbid curiosity.
I think it's going to be exceptional. It's going to save DC.
Fan cast fanatic. Unrelated to Deadpool, but would you prefer Mark Hamill as MCU Mole Man or Doc Ock? He'd actually be a fun Doc Ock.
That's really cheeky. I like that.
I think he'd be great as either. Love the channel. I feel like I think he's worthy of getting a big villain.
Yeah, I think so. And he'd have so much fun with it. Brian O'Neill Singleton, now the voices in my head are on YouTube, is very funny. I think he'd be a great Doc Ock. I've never thought. I want Jimmy Simpson as Mole Man. Did you work with Jimmy? You did Philly?
Yeah, I was totally thinking of Jimmy Smits when you said that.
Just this like handsome Jack big guy. I'm like, Mole Man should be this handsome big guy. No, Jimmy Simpson. I think he'd be a good Mole Man. My Doc Ock is Jared Harris. I think Jared Harris would be a great Doc Ock, but I like your Mark Hamill. This is fun. Co-signed. Fantastic fan cast.
All right. We're almost at the top, Coy. Don't worry. You squeezed in 2.5 hours today with that whisper bit.
Let's whisper the next 5.
Coy, right upwards. Double X, Late, Torres, Triple X. Torres T. Okay, whatever, man. That's a complicated aspect.
Lots going on.
Coy, I've read upwards of 300 plus comics this year alone, all Marvel. Wow, that's a commitment. But I can't help but notice there's not many horror-styled stories. Any recommendations? Yeah, I agree. I look for those. Those are hard. I have to Google them.
Oh, James Tynion, man. James Tynion's writing a lot of great horror stuff. His name is laid to rest, by the way, with X's around it. But no.
I really thought it was late Torres T.
And I'm like, it's a horror question. It says laid to rest.
Did you pick up on that right away?
I did. I was like, I thought you were doing a bit.
No.
We've gotten to the point where slap happy means I'm like, is it a bit or is he tired?
I was just reading it super
and you were
clear.
Like, so
it's like,
XX
sound it out. Sound it out.
Horror comics. James Tynion is doing incredible stuff everywhere. Image, DC. If you check out, there's one called The Six Fingers. It's like a true crimey book about like a murderer that has 6 fingers, and he leaves impressions for like people to seek him out. It's really like David Finchery. There's one called Something is Killing the Children. It's a great horror story that Boom Studios is absolutely crushing it. Boom Studios, it's on issue like 36. It's been running for a few years, and it's exceptional. Netflix is going to adapt it soon. Something's Killing the Children is probably my favorite horror comic right now. But look up anything James Tynion. Look up anything Joe Hill. Joe Hill is Stephen King's son. He wrote The Black Phone, which is one of my favorite horror movies, and he writes a lot of comics. He's got an imprint at DC called Hill House. All that stuff's pretty great. There's some decent horror stuff.
He also wrote The Black Homophone. I don't know why I thought that joke would be funny.
I like how you bailed before you even finished the sentence. You're like, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work at all. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, Constantine. Constantine's
That should be the sequel.
Constantine's Dead in America is on issue 3 of 4 right now, and it is exceptional. Anything Constantine, Simon Spurrier is great horror, and this one is like a Hunter S. Thompson-y flavor.
Yeah, I totally agree. Text me that, or I could just watch this back and write down.
Yeah, I always ask, dude, I got comics yet?
Horror comics, yeah.
You're like one of 5 people I actually text back. You can ask me about comic stuff, and I'll be like, "Yay, Greg's gonna read comics."
I listened to the reason I bought Sandman, all the volumes, was because I've been listening to I'm like almost done with it. What is the author? Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
His masterclass.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, man, that's great stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anything this guy's
Dude, Neil's a genius. You seen Stardust?
No, I haven't. So
it's got Daredevil in it.
Yeah, I heard.
Charlie Cox is in there.
So yeah, I was like, I should probably read something this guy's done because I really love his teachings.
Dude, Neil Gaiman's a genius.
Love being artistry. Back at it. Would you guys down to have fans on the channel for one-off reaction where they just get to meet you and watch my movie? I'm just dying to meet you guys. There could be a version where one day we do that. It's a lot more complicated than people think. But there is something down the road where I would like to open up the possibility of being able to just kind of do some type of crazy little venture like that, especially now with the ability to
Zoom
and Riverside it up.
But also like the live events and stuff. Like that'll be a fun way to meet folk if we.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, we want to do more. We actually are. That's something I really want to do. I'm getting a lot of ducks in order, as Coy knows. With
Very excited.
Behind the scenes stuff. And
I feel like this is like a Real Rejects 4.0. Like things are about to just shift into a different thing. It's exciting, uplifting.
Yeah. All the energy that I'm providing right now.
Right now, this is the CEO energy. Just bring it. Oh,
the last one. Can it be? I didn't even know.
Oh my god.
Let me check the stream.
I think so.
Let me check the stream.
Oh, that Hayden guy's cool. I see him all over them socials.
Hayden!
Nice guy. Hayden! This is a new shirt on the horizon, Normac. It was weird seeing Charlie Cox with long hair and Henry Cavill as a bad guy. That Stardust cast is stacked.
Okay, we got one more question.
All right.
And then we're done.
I would love to play
Then we
long
read the
shot.
supers.
Okay.
Do you see the thing that says Streamlabs? There it is. Okay. The Gamer MJ, last one. I haven't seen Sandman. Part of me is like, oh, I'll read Sandman, and then before season 2 comes out, I'll react to it. The Gamer MJ. I said the last one would be my last, but this is it. Hot take: Tyler Hoechlin is far superior Superman than Cavill. He's pretty great. And Theo James really does have that gritty Christmas that I'd imagine Bastion would have. Greg, we getting a Gentleman Series reaction? It's not on the agenda right now because the hype is simply not there.
Yeah, which is a bummer because we love Guy Ritchie.
I'd like to watch it. I'm getting through Fear the Walking Dead right now. I'm really on a Walking Dead kick. I'm trying to just complete my collection of Walking Dead. So, like, on my downtime, which is usually like midnight or 1 a.m., that's what I'm watching. That's what I'm watching right now.
I've got the finale of Curb left, but I watched this season. I've enjoyed it.
Trying to get a lot of things in order so we can get a little bit more shows on the schedule as well. But also got some other goals I got to work on, too. Same way how I worked on the channel when I had a full-time job. Now I got to do, like, I got my channel as my full-time thing, but I also got some other things I want to work on as well. I missed the one below again. Are you fucking kidding me?
I am. What's happening?
Apologies for that last one. I was rushing because you said it was close, but what I meant by F4 was the Blood Hunt crossover issue of the new F4 run. Couldn't fit it in. Keep doing that.
Got it. That makes way more sense. Blood Hunt, I could totally see. That is, and the new F4 run I've talked about on this channel every live stream. The best Fantastic Four run maybe ever, if not the best modern run. It is so good. It is like 19 issues in. Read this Fantastic Four. It is exceptional. So good.
Thank you, Gamer MJ, for the amount of love you showed us in the Streamlabs. And then let's just shout out Christian Unpronounceable, ending it off with a super sticker. Hold on. Hold on, Coy.
That's the fan question I think we answered.
Hold on.
Let's see what we got of Streamlabs.
Christian Unpronounceable with the
And Hayden
super
with
sticker, and Hayden Center with the super sticker. Thank you, guys. Oh, Coraline. I've seen the Coraline movie.
That's gaming.
Reacted to that. It's a great movie. Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting Coy. Coy.
Not Greg, just me.
Did you have a good time?
I did. We hadn't done one of these in a while because I was dying.
I know. We didn't do it like this in a while.
That's true. Best at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Rewatching this is going to be off the charts.
Normally we get to the silly part later, and
Yep.
it was like, no, this just
Let's
started off a little.
and that way our energy just fluctuates.
Yeah.
We've had high energy, low energy. We've both been like dazed and confused. Ooh, look.
The TV is acting funky right
Oh,
now. I
there
don't
it
know
is.
what's going on.
So much is happening. We're going to try to do more live streams, you lovelies. This was fun.
This was a lot of fun. So let's get some quick shout-outs in here. Angel of Death, Normac, Ian Blush, Bucky Barnes, thanks for holding it down. Moderator MG. Kent
Appreciate you,
Allen.
Bucky.
Man, what a good strem. Dale
Yeah.
Morgan's life. No, you give us life. Dale Morgan's.
We appreciate you.
How many people are
Christian
here?
Unpronounceable.
Weird thing about live streams are so dependent on like what's big news right now. But
And then we didn't talk about Deadpool much.
We need to like build it up where we're just getting like crazy shit. Like people just tune in right away, right? So we got to be consistent. Gotta
Yep,
be consistent so they know.
Yep.
So if we make a consistent schedule, then people will tune in.
Like every Saturday.
May is the change because we are going to have a schedule for things. We've never had a schedule ever, and now we're going to have a schedule.
It's coming.
Guys, type in the chat really quick. Outside of myself, outside of John, who would you like to see on a live stream out of the Real Rejects hosts? Put it down right now. That's how we're going to end it. That's how we're going to end it. Put down who you would like to see on a live stream. Yeah, there's more Nightmare reactions coming. That's not what I asked. There's a 30-second delay here.
Yeah,
Getting
they'll get
mad
to
at
it.
you.
Who will we want to see live stream?
Tell us. Tell us.
Some Roxy, some Andrew, some Aaron, some Tara.
Don't see any names coming in.
Tara.
Tara. Tara's the first name. Tara.
Tara.
Tara. Oh, my God.
She's funny.
Tara knows the least about stuff, too, so you would have a great time holding the fort down there.
She's a delight.
Andrew, Tara, Christian Harloff. I'm not having him driving
Big-
his ass down here.
No.
Okay, so Andrew, Tara, Roxy. Okay.
Ah, Coy and Roxy haven't teamed up in years.
I'm going to make it happen.
Eric Voss.
Tara seems to be the number one
Tara.
vote. I feel like Tara might be a little bit better with me for her first time.
Fine. I see how it
think
is.
it's right because she doesn't really know stuff.
Greg doesn't want me here hanging out with Tara because she's funny.
Nah, maybe Tara for you. I think
MJ test me,
Andrew,
a little Mike, MJ.
Andrew and Michael would totally bounce off great with Coy the first time too. Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun with Tara. Tara's a no shit.
That'd be really fun. And she could answer, and I can then answer. I'll let her go first.
All the Tara's answers. I don't know.
And I'd be like, well, it'll be great for my racist mansplaining.
Well, we need to get to a point where we're doing beyond comic book news. You know,
I would like that. Also, someone said full-on creative orgy. I would love an all rejects, but that would be hard to navigate.
Yeah,
Tara and Coy would be funny.
A Tara
and
and
that'd be
Roxy
chaos.
stream would be awesome. I want to make that happen. I think
would
once
be-
they finish up one of their horror franchise, I think I'm just going to make it happen. But
That'd be
guys, do a live stream. I'll be in the back, holding the fort down. Anyway,
Michael and Coy, we could talk Star Wars.
I think Michael and Coy. Yeah, I think this would be a great geekdom one.
We could do like a Star Wars, Spider-Man combo, little comic Star Wars.
Yeah, may the 4th be with you, baby.
I think Tommy lives in New York now.
But anyway, guys, I think we should just make Tara and Coy happen and watch the craziness happen.
Yeah.
Make her feel very insecure and never want to
I
do
wish
it
that
again.
was like
Just do a very
a one and done.
a very geek-heavy, knowledgeable one, and then
We just got 50 new viewers. Started yelling about
and
Tara.
that is how we end the stream, people. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you all soon.
See you soon. So excited. Much love, Reject Nation.
Bye. Thank you all.
Congrats
for
on your first kid.